York, an Odyssey sports station. Evan Roberts. Tiki Barber. It's Evan and Tiki on WFAN, The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Hola, ¿cómo está? We are live from the Yankees Spanish broadcast booth, the site of the New York Yankees home opener. Welcome into this beautiful, cozy space. Evan Roberts, Tiki Barber, Sean Morash. We are going to get you set for all the festivities, all the excitement, all the emotion, all the pageantry of the New York Yankees home opener. To set the scene, Teak, it's kind of cold outside.
Yeah, it's not that cold. I mean, Sean had his jacket over his head, acting like it was 12 degrees. Instead, it's 47, going to get to a high of, 55 or so. I'm looking forward to this. This will be fun. I think the more we start talking, the warmer we'll get.
Well, and here's the thing about the weather, and for those that are in their car right now heading to Yankee Stadium, and I advise that you do so because there's going to be 45,000 people here. It's a packed house. Opening day can sometimes be clunky because it's opening day for everybody. So get here early if you're coming to the ballpark. If I told you, and I hate when people say if I told you, but I'm going to do it anyway. If I told you a month ago, on March 3rd, or on February 3rd, the Yankee home opener, and it's going to be 53 degrees, you would have said, let me bring my bathing suit. Like, it would have felt so warm to get that kind of weather. So I understand it may not be as warm as it was 3 days ago, may not be as warm as it was 4 days ago, but here's the bottom line. There's baseball. It's not raining. The sun isn't really coming out, but maybe it will. The temperatures aren't freezing. And, oh, yeah, by the way, the New York Yankees are 5-1 and feeling good.
That's exactly right. But the Miami Marlins are coming to town. We were watching some of their young players just marveling at Yankee Stadium. I'm here at Yankee Stadium. So maybe they're going to be distracted, and you're likely to get a win here.
May I say this about the Miami Marlins for you? I'm going to ask you a trivia question, and it's really not a trivia question, and don't overthink it. Just give me your honest answer. If I said to you, Tiki Barber, who do you think the two worst teams in Major League Baseball are? Not based on the first 6 games, but just in general, hey, I think these two teams are the worst teams in baseball.
Yep.
One in the National League, one in the American League. Who would you say?
The Marlins?
No, not the Marlins. They won like 80 games last year. 78 games. Okay, you're terrible with this. Sean, who are the worst 2 teams in baseball that would likely lose 100 games?
A's were definitely
No.
The Colorado Rockies.
Thank you. They lost 110 games last year.
That was last year.
Well, that's my question.
And the team that wears white socks.
Thank you.
Right.
The Miami Marlins
Do
are
they actually?
Of course they do.
It's actually black, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought so, too.
Depends on the day.
The Miami Marlins, who come into Yankee Stadium 5-1, are 5-1 against the White Sox and the Rockies. I'm just saying. So before we call this a World Series preview or a rematch of 2003, let us understand that while the Marlins are a good, funky, young team, and I actually think they are a good team, they beat the Rockies and the White Sox.
Right. Well,
just saying.
We don't face Sandy Alcantara, so I think we'll be okay.
That is
Hopefully.
a big break. That is
Right.
a big break. They face Yuri Perez today.
Right.
And the other
Who
thing
actually is pretty good.
Oh, no doubt. No joke. The Marlins are actually a good little baseball team. Like, they have a chance to win 85 games and be in the race. But it's not about them. It's about the Yankees. And I do want to remind the Yankee fans something, because the home opener is always like this emotional day. You walk back in the stadium. The last time we were here, and truthfully, the last time we were here was the last game the Yankees played last season, which was Game 4 against the Blue Jays. We did a show here.
Yep.
The show lasted like 6.5 hours, but we were here.
Only 3 today. We get a little payback.
I love this.
That's right. And Sean and I stayed for the game. And it was, let's be honest, it was ugly. So your last emotion of being in this building was this bad effort. And even though this team is the same, it feels different. Like, there's something about this team, and maybe it's what I mentioned yesterday with the team meeting where Giancarlo Stanton and Aaron Judge and Paul Goldschmidt are stressing the importance of every game. Maybe it's Cam Schlittler getting a full season in the rotation. Maybe it's the impending return of Garrett Cole. Maybe it's Ben Rice becoming a star before our eyes. Maybe it's all those things, but even though they're the same team, doesn't it kind of feel different?
I think it feels different because for the last couple of years, we've had this conversation about the Yankees are wasting the best years of Aaron Judge, these MVP seasons. They're wasting these Garrett Cole years, although he missed most of last year. We're wasting these veteran, really good players in their primes years. And it felt like from a Yankee standpoint, they were just saying, we got time. It'll be all good. Yes, we're in the postseason consistently. Eventually, it's going to happen. This year, it feels like there is an urgency that's being actively and openly talked about that we have to focus, as we talked about yesterday with John Carlo's team meeting and obviously Aaron Judge and Paul Goldschmidt. We have to focus on every single game because every single win means something. And that's the urgency that Yankee fans have had for the last couple of years that now feels like it's coming out of the Yankee clubhouse as well.
I think you nailed it with that last part. Like, it feels as if fans have been frustrated over the last couple of years with almost management's approach to games. All right, we're giving this guy an off day, the way we're going to use our bullpen. And by the way, those things aren't going to change. Like, you're still managing for the 162.
Right.
But you heard, at least in that Athletic article we talked about yesterday, and for those that missed it, basically Giancarlo, Aaron Judge, and Paul Goldschmidt stressed to the team how every game matters. Stressed how, look, last year we ended up losing the division and basically home field advantage throughout the postseason because of a tiebreaker. We have to take every day seriously. And so while management will continue to play the long game as they should, the players are telling you every game matters. And what they did over the first 6 games, and it is only 6 games, was impressive. We are broadcasting live from Yankee Stadium, and Evan and Tiki with Sean Morash on the road is brought to you by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. And it wasn't the offense, because let's face it, it's not like they were mashing the ball. It was the fact that this pitching staff through 6 games has a 1.01 ERA. Now, I don't think anybody thinks that they're going to pitch to a 1 ERA or they're breaking records like that. But this rotation feels loaded. And what's scary about it is the best is yet to come. You look at a guy like today with Will Warren. Will Warren needs to pitch well today. Why? Not because Sean may boo him, but because Garrett Cole is coming. Carlos Rodon is coming. Even Carlos LaGranye is coming. And so there's pressure.
They might not need him.
Well, they may not need him, but there's pressure.
Yeah.
And I think for Ryan Weathers and for Will Warren and eventually Luis Heel, like, they're not guaranteed rotation spots because the Yankees are so deep. And that's the thing that really makes them very scary, is that this rotation has a chance to be uniquely special.
Well, I think it's encouraging that it's not a question mark. It's not something you're worried about. You're not thinking about well, what happens if this occurs, or what happens if Garrett Cole goes down again. You almost feel okay, and it's almost somewhat disquieting internally because you've always needed or had that strife for about the question marks. There aren't a ton of question marks. I mean, let's be honest. Aaron Judge hasn't been good other than hitting a couple of home runs so far, and they're still winning.
Yeah, well, when you give up 1 run per game, that helps.
Right, but eventually he is going to become the MVP Aaron Judge that we always see, and they are going to start putting up crooked numbers early and often and having these massive type blowouts. But also the pitching is going to keep them in these games as well. So I think it feels complete, even though we're very early in the season, and there's still so many things that can happen, good or bad.
Well, the sign of a good team is that when one aspect of your team isn't working, the other aspect of your team kind of helps you out.
Yes.
And so right now, through 6 games, it's the pitching.
Right.
And like I said, I mean, they're not going to continue pitching to a 1.01 ERA.
I mean, unless they do.
Well, that would be.
I mean, Garrett Cole comes back and he's Cy Young Garrett Cole, right? Carlos Rodon comes back and he's 2025 Carlos Rodon.
Yeah, but
then what?
Well, that's not a 1.0 ERA, but yes, it would be very good.
Okay, whatever. You're talking about some 3 ERAs as a team. I mean, you could actually see that.
No, they have a chance to have a loaded rotation. My only point is that usually the numbers get back to normal, and so there'll be a stretch where they don't pitch well and they got a hit.
Right.
And remember, this is an offense last year that, even though for the first half of the season they basically didn't have a third baseman and they were getting no production out of shortstop, they still scored more runs than any other team in the American League. And a part of why I was very confident in this team coming in is that while the term run it back is used often and it's used frequently, the team changed at the trade deadline. And so, yeah, they're running it back from the way the season ended, but not from April and May. Ryan McMahon, I know you hate him right now, Sean, but wasn't here in April, May, and June. They had a different shortstop in April, May, and June.
The bench.
Randall Grichuk and Ahmed Rosario weren't here in April, May, and June. And the other thing is, and I think this is the part of the offense that I feel really good about, and I know you'll both co-sign on this, is Ben Rice continues to get better and better.
He does.
Yes.
Ben Rice is the emerging star in this lineup, and for all the talk about the Yankees not being able to develop their own players, that's really not true when you look at some of the guys on this roster right now. I mean, they still got ways to go. Like, Ben Rice isn't a finished product. Obviously, as much as we all love Cam Schlittler, he's not a finished product. But you are seeing development right before our eyes, and that's why the Yankees have a real chance.
It's exciting. And also, when going back to the starting pitching part, the Yankees, as this season goes on and evolves and you see all their flaws, having that starting pitching taken care of and having a guy like Ben Rice arrive, it really finites what they will have to do at the trade deadline eventually to only build on this.
Right.
You don't want, years past, how many times have we debated, well, what's the biggest priority the Yankees have at the deadline? You can list off like 3 different
What
things.
is it right now?
I would say maybe the bullpen, but even then, that could get Weathers in the bullpen.
Right.
Luis Heel could end up back there. Like, they can focus on if they have to fix third base or shortstop at the deadline, and I think that's another important part because every team is incomplete from April through July, and then you add to it, man, having these flaws taken care of now is going to make the trade deadline that much more easier to navigate for Brian Cashman, too, this year.
We will continue to get you set for opening day. The Yankees and the Miami Marlins. It is the home opener. We'll take your calls throughout the day at 888-808-1019. The other aspect of baseball in New York is the Mets, and obviously last night was the same old, same old. They couldn't hit. They scored 2 runs early.
Vientos could?
Yes, he did hit a home run. That was early in the game, but they scored 2 runs and did nothing else. But I'll tell you, that's not what concerns me because as much as it's going to be annoying to hear me say they're not this bad of an offense and they'll eventually start hitting, and we could debate that every day. They obviously didn't start last night. I have faith they will start hitting. But that's not what's really concerning me. That's not what really bothered me last night as I stayed up past midnight. What really bothered me is how ill-prepared this team feels to play baseball.
What do you mean by that?
What do I mean by that? There are examples every single night in which they don't do the little things. So last night there was a pop-up that was in a short center field that was clearly Luis Robert Jr.'s baseball. And Marcus Semien, who's been abysmal so far this year, good for him, he broke his slump with an infield hit, let's have a party, called off Luis Robert Jr., called him off. It was not his ball, and he dropped it. Little things like that matter. It cost the Mets a run. And when that play happened, I was thinking to myself, I said, why does something like that happen? Like, is it just a moment, or is there more to it? And there is more to it. The New York Mets have been so careful with Luis Robert Jr., he barely played in spring training. Marcus Semien's a veteran. He doesn't play every spring training game. So I ask you, how many innings have those two guys even played together?
Yeah.
And the answer is not a lot.
Not a ton.
And so where do I blame, or where do I put this blame? I put it on the manager. They look like a team that is just not motivated to play. They look like a team that doesn't have any urgency. And if you want to tell me it's 7 games in, there shouldn't be urgency, whatever. But they're also making stupid little mistakes. And when you're not scoring runs, you can't make stupid little mistakes. Whether it's the throw by Vientos that's slightly behind David Peterson and he drops the baseball, which not only cost them an out, but then the run scores from third. Like, that's the thing that late at night, Tiki, kind of bothered me even more than just the run-of-the-mill offensive struggles. They're doing small things incorrectly, and you can't do that.
Yeah, the low-hanging fruit is the fact that they were, again, an 0 with runners in scoring position, and I forget what that makes it on the season, 11 out of 70 or something. Whatever it is, it's bad. It's sinking below 15% at this point. But it almost feels like because they are not scoring runs, that defensively guys are trying to go the extra mile and do somebody else's job. And this is in your example with Marcus Semien and Luis Robert Jr., it's exactly that. Don't do somebody else's job. Just do your job. And when you start pressing, trying to do everything, you end up making mistakes. And that's what it feels like the Mets are stuck in right now. But at the end of the day, Evan, you can talk about all those little things that you want. This team's got a hit, man. It's as simple as that. Juan Soto's going to give you a hit every day. Sometimes that'll go over the fence, or at least a couple of days ago it did. But he's going to give you a hit. There's not many other guys that you can count on. I guess Mark Vientos, now that he's gotten some playing time, has been somewhat reliable. But who else are you truly saying, this guy, I can count on him. This guy's going to drive some runs in. This guy's going to put one over the fence. The consistency or lack of consistency with good at-bats is what's killing this team right now. And I know we can talk about all the little things, and those matter. David Peterson had a terrible outing. Did we start him?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, we did.
Against me.
I know. It's the worst part to come out of
Like, there's so many other things we can talk about with the little things, but you got to score runs.
Yeah.
Offense matters, man.
Oh, no. I acknowledge that. I guess what I'm telling you is I'm not worried about it yet. It is still a very small sample size. I'm not panicking about 7 games into a season offensively. I'm worried a little bit about the way the team looks.
Yeah.
I'm worried a little bit about the leadership of this team. And, look, when does the seat get hot for Carlos Mendoza? I'm not sure the date, but the one thing we can acknowledge.
Didn't he come in with it kind of hot?
No, I agree with you. I think he did.
On a simmer.
A simmer. Yeah, I think that's fair, like simmering a little bit. Anytime your coaches are fired, when your coaches are removed from you and it's not your decision, obviously your seat is simmering a little bit.
Yes.
So
Because if it's not them, then it has to be you.
Oh, no doubt, because they're not trading all the new players that David Stern's brought in.
Right.
So I don't know what the date is. Unfortunately, Tiki, I have a history as a Met fan of managers being fired in the middle of seasons.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it happen before. What I would tell my fellow Met fan about Mendy's seat, and I am not denying that it isn't warming up, and it should get warmed up, because the concerns I laid out about the lack of kind of urgency or the little mistakes that we've seen, that's the manager. Like, I mean, that's it. That's the manager. And like we said, you're not getting rid of all the players. I think we are really talking sorry, I stepped on Tiki's foot. I think we're talking about, honestly, early May. That's when I think the seat would get considerably hot for Mendy. And the other thing is, this fan base, who I speak to every day when I do these Ricos, and I love Frank the Tank. Look, Frank the Tank doesn't represent most Met fans screaming and yelling they want to lose and all that kind of stuff, and I love Frank.
They don't want to lose, Frank.
Well, that's what he says.
I know.
But I will say this
He was at
about
the Devils game last night.
He was, and then he watched the Mets. What I will say about most Met fans is they don't have patience this year. And the reason they don't have patience, not that I want to relitigate the past, is most Met fans didn't love what they did this offseason. Now, I don't want to relitigate that every day. Right. It's not worth it. It's over. They're gone. They're not coming back. But you don't have a fan base that's going to mostly say, no biggie. It's April 3rd. We got time. Like, this is a fan base that's going to panic quick. So I don't think Mendy's getting fired next week, nor should he. But I'll tell you right now, Teak, I think May 1st is when it starts to heat up. They've got to play better baseball.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right about that, because we talked often this offseason about the defense, right? Run prevention.
Run prevention.
How many times did we hear that? Just say, keeping the team from scoring. Like,
by the way,
creative ways to say simple
Tiki,
things.
real quick, because I've gotten this joke in my email box 150 times, so I'll just get it out of the way. They've done a great job of run prevention, preventing themselves from scoring runs. Continue, I'm sorry.
But that's the point. Like, we heard about this often, and the reason that you moved on, not necessarily from the Pete Alonsos, but just the reason you reshaped this team was run prevention. They are doing anything but preventing it on a consistent basis. And the little mistakes that you talk about, and even the Francisco Lindor mind-numbing error in the first inning 2 days ago, that is typical of what this team feels like, right? He's not the problem. He's not, the one that you're really going to run after, Francisco Lindor. But we had this idea that this team was going to be better defensively. We all questioned it in real time. Jorge Polanco's never played first base. Brett Beatty hasn't played first base. He's never played right field. All of these little things. Well, you bring in a vet like Simeon. He'll figure it out. He'll stabilize it. And then he's bumbling and stumbling. Luis Robert Jr., who's a really good center fielder, he's pulling a Zuna issue with not reading the ball correctly in center field. So all of that stuff that David Stearns talked about isn't happening.
Yeah.
And so it almost makes you feel like, is he competent?
Who, David Stearns?
Yes.
Well,
I'm being honest.
Yeah.
All he talked about was run prevention. The one thing that they're not doing is preventing runs.
But remember this. You're not firing GMs in the middle of the year.
You're
not breaking up the roster in the middle
not.
of the year. But you know what you are doing in the middle of the year? You're getting rid of the manager. And other than, and I love the guy, but other than Craig's dopey hot take of trade Lindor, which is stupid and never going to happen, what you do when guys make mistakes, and it's more than one guy, is the manager takes the blame. And you can sit here all day and say, well, it's not his fault Lindor forgot how many outs there were. It's not his fault Marcus Simeon was aggressively calling up Luis Robert Jr. It doesn't matter. When there's a lot of mistakes, and the Mets have made a lot of them, it falls at the manager's feet. So I'm not ready to call for his job, Teak, but I will tell you it is going to be earlier than normal where the conversation and the real questions about doing something before it's too late is going to occur, and it's not going to be trading a star player, and it's not going to be DFAing somebody like Dickie Lovelady, and it's not going to be firing David Stearns. That's all dopey.
Yeah.
It would be the manager.
Now, hold on. Tiki, can you do me one favor?
Yeah.
5:02 a.m. tomorrow. Can you dial 888-808-1019 and make that Stearns point to one Joe Beningo? How the beginning of the show goes?
Oh, he's going to be in a mood, that's for sure.
Yeah, they better win today.
They better win. It's a must-win for the sanity of Met fans and mostly my guy Joe B. We'll get to your calls throughout the day. We are broadcasting live from Yankee Stadium. Yankee fans, as you're driving over here, let us know how you're feeling, how excited you are. And if you were in the building for the final game against Toronto, how surreal is it coming back these months later with a completely different feel? So we'll hear from the Yankee fans. We'll mix in the Met fans as well. 888-808-1019 is the toll-free number. We will find out the true issue with the New York Mets. Maybe it's none of what I just said. And also the station's reaction to Sean Morash's controversial decision to boo Jack Hughes today at Yankee Stadium.
Oh, come on.
We got a lot going on, and we thank our friends at Town Fair Tire. They remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. From Connecticut to Maine, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Right now, Amazon Hub Delivery is looking to partner with ambitious New York businesses to become Amazon Hub partners. You and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area when it's convenient for you. And with each package delivered, your business gets paid. Amazon Hub Delivery is making it easy for you with no startup costs, no long-term contracts, no delivery experience required, and you're going to earn extra money. But here's the added benefit. Your business will get exposure in your neighborhoods. Sign up to learn more at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
And this portion of the program sponsored by Flushing Bank and also sponsored by Saints Joachim and Ann Nursing and Rehabilitation Center.
It's the 2026 home opener for the Bronx Bombers on WFAN.
Going, and go!
The Yankees take on the Marlins, 1:35 this afternoon.
And there it goes!
Susan Waldman and Dave Sims call all the play-by-play.
Victory for the New York Yankees!
The home of Yankees baseball is The Fan, 101.9 FM, 660 AM, and always live and available in Espanol with Ricky Ricardo on the free Odyssey app.
This Rutgers Report is brought to you by RWJ Barnabas Health, the official healthcare provider of Rutgers Athletics. Let's be healthy together. Well, the season for Rutgers men's basketball now officially over again as they came up short against Creighton in the college basketball crown last night, losing 82-69 out in Las Vegas. Trailed by only 3 with about 16 minutes to go before Creighton went on a run to pull away for good. Tariq Francis led the way for the Scarlet Knights with 19 points, while Jermichael Davis added 17 in 23 minutes of action off the bench. Meantime, Rutgers baseball 15-13 overall, looking to snap a 3-game skid when they visit Indiana in the opener of a 3-game Big Ten Conference Series in Bloomington this evening. First pitch scheduled for 6 p.m., followed by afternoon games on Saturday and Sunday, and then back to New Jersey for a showdown with Seton Hall Tuesday afternoon in South Orange. That's your Rutgers Report, brought to you by RWJ Barnabas Health, the official healthcare provider of Rutgers Athletics. Let's be healthy together. I'm Chris Lopresti.
Life's rewarding, especially with Flushing Bank's Complete Cash Rewards program. Just open a personal or business complete checking account to get started. With 30 New York Metro locations, there's nothing easier or more rewarding. Visit flushingbank.com today. Member FDIC.
Hey, healthcare workers of New York, are you looking to make a difference? Saints Joachim and Ann Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is actively hiring nurses and CNAs. Call 718-714-4800. That's 718-714-4800.
Things are really heating up at the tournament, and FanDuel's giving all customers a profit boost every single game day, leading up to the big championship game. Build a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout, or try live betting and jump in after tip-off. Best of all, with FanDuel, you get paid instantly when you win. Just visit FanDuel.com/New York to get started. That's FanDuel.com/New York to claim your first profit boost and keep the action going from now until the big championship. FanDuel, play your game. We just love the app around here. It's safe and secure. It has all the betting markets you could want. Don't miss FanDuel, giving all customers a profit boost every single game day leading up to the big championship game. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and over and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issues non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with the gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Listen to MLB Insider Calls on WFAN all season long. Presented by Grainger. For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need, delivered when and where you need them. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
I need a little range, step to the range.
There's a new flavor in town, the Jalapeno Ranch Club at Chick-fil-A. With that juicy Chick-fil-A original spicy or grilled chicken, a buttermilk ranch bun, candied bacon, pepper jack cheese, and jalapeno ranch sauce. It's got big ranch vibes with a little heat. Chick-fil-A's new Jalapeno Ranch Club. Available for a limited time only. Order ahead on the Chick-fil-A app.
At Nielsen, fun is in the driver's seat.
Get in on the savings fund now at Nielsen Dodge during our lease pull-ahead event.
Get out of your current lease early and get into a new vehicle.
Don't wait for your lease to end. Upgrade now. We have hundreds of new Jeeps, Chryslers, Dodges, and Rams to choose from.
There's 0% financing available, 0 security deposit for qualified buyers with 0 down payment available.
Lease a new 2026 Jeep Wrangler 4-Door Sport S 4x4, just $259 a month.
Or choose from hundreds of quality certified pre-owned vehicles.
End your lease early and upgrade today.
So, get out of the old and into the new.
On Route 10 in East Hanover. Online at nielsendodge.com.
At Nielsen Dodge, fun is in the driver's seat.
Declaration of Deals Sales Event. With approval term 24 months, due at sign 8104, at tax tag 498, doc fee, and DMV fees. See dealer for details.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Looking for a great deal to stay connected? Now, for a limited time, new Verizon mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more and switch. For new Fios, internet, and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Town Fair Tire honors any valid rebates, manufacturers or competitors' rebates. Yes, even any competitors' rebates. And we give you the guaranteed lowest price. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
Whenever water damage strikes your home or business, call on the cleanup and restoration specialists at 1-800-SERVPRO to help make it like it never even happened. That's 1-800-SERVPRO.
Franchises are independently owned and operated.
Come visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At LendSeek, we know running a business takes heart, hustle, and sometimes a little help. That's why we stand with you with our exclusive AI lending platform, connecting you to over 100 funders. If you've been in business for at least 2 years with a minimum annual revenue of $500,000, you can get up to $1 million in funding in as fast as 24 hours. No collateral, no prepayment penalties, no red tape. Apply today with no cost or obligation at lendseek.com. That's LENDSEK.com.
Get the scuttlebutt on your favorite team, the Fan, on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
Live from Yankee Stadium, the side of the home opener. Yankees-Marlins will be getting it started at 1:35. The Yankees, for whatever reason this year, decided to change their afternoon start times midweek from 1:05 to 1:35. I got no problem with it. Sounds good to me. And so if you are headed to the ballpark, remember 1:35 start. The gates open at 11:30 a.m. And as I was walking in today, I get here nice and early, and before I come into our booth, I like to walk the stadium, like to get a feel for the ballpark, see what looks different. And there was a huge sign in front of me, and I'm going to read it to you. It says, peanut butter and bacon jelly burger.
What?
It's labeled as it's $21.99 a burger, which is pretty damn expensive. Tiki said he'll pay for it. I don't know if he's going to have second thoughts about that.
Nah.
It's got
lunch on me.
Thanks, bro. Here's what it's got. Miso peanut butter sauce, double beef patty, cheddar cheese, Melinda's habanero berry bacon jelly.
I haven't had breakfast yet. I'm starving.
Sliced pickles and crispy fried onions on a baroche bun.
Oh, I need it.
Baroche.
You uncultured swine.
By the way, I'll give it a proper plug if you're coming to the ballpark. It is located at section 230.
Oh, we need that.
So you got to be on the main level, 230, which is where luckily the booth is. And
Sean, if I treat, will you go get that?
I will absolutely run and go get it. Let's eat it live on YouTube and on the radio.
I love it.
Oh my! Did you see the size of this thing? It's like
it's massive.
It's massive.
It's a double patty. All these food reviews I saw everybody do when they were introducing new foods. I didn't see anybody trying that.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe it's not new and it's just something we've never seen before.
Huh.
But it jumps out at you when in big bold letters it says peanut butter and bacon jelly burger.
I love peanut butter, but I never would have thought peanut butter and meat would go well.
It goes well. It goes well.
So you had it?
I've had it. Shout out Local Burger, Long Island.
Ah,
Peanut butter on the burger. Oh, baby.
Really?
And they tell you on the menu, sounds disgusting. You got to try it.
Yeah.
Flat out, they're honest.
All
and
right.
they're right. It's good.
All right. It's on Tiki? Nice.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Now, before we get to your calls, 888-808-1019, one other quick thought about the Mets, and then we'll get to your Yankee calls. Obviously, the Mets are off to a tough start. They fell below 500 yesterday, and everyone's looking for people to blame. Is it the offense? Is it Carlos Mendoza? Is it David Stearns? A wise man explained eloquently last night that the person to blame for the New York Mets struggles is our buddy, our coworker, the guy who used to work with us, Positive Tommy. Frank the Tank, take it away.
You know who symbolizes the futility and just acceptance of losing of the Mets is Tommy Lugauer. This guy, it's a man I just win. When's April? What are you going to say in June? When there are 20 games under 500? What are you going to say? It's okay. H-O-T-T-O-T-O. This positivity it doesn't work. It doesn't work. This team sucks. It sucks. It's over. This team has no hope. Never hope. No hope ever.
Oh, I love the explicative always is Tommy's middle name.
Yeah. Like Bucky Dent.
Yeah, exactly.
Same middle name.
Exactly right.
I think that Tommy and Frank represent the political landscapes in America.
Yeah.
They are the two extremes.
Right, run to the edges.
And most of us normal people don't agree with either.
No.
Tommy is now, because now he is talking to everybody again, calling him and Frank the Tank Batman and the Joker. I don't know which one is which.
No biggie.
Frank's got to be the Joker.
You think?
He's got to be.
I will say this about both gentlemen. I love both of them, and I think that they're perfect because they do represent the two extremes of fandom. I find myself at times feeling like Frank, but then feeling like Tommy. Like even last night watching the Met game.
You want to be Tommy, but you feel like Frank.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
Here's all I know. I'm watching the game last night, staying up late, and one side of me is cursing out like half the offense, but then the other side of me is like, Sean Manaea was able to
That's amazing.
That's funny. That's what I thought too. I was like, wait, he got 3 2/3,
and that is
that's awesome. You saved the bullpen. You got a chance for this one.
It's truly what's special about Frank because deep down, while we all call Frank ridiculous, and it is ridiculous, there's a portion of every Met fan that is Frank. And they prefer him scream like a maniac, and then he get called the idiot, and they never have to say
No, I get you. I think there's a portion of Met fans that are both Frank and Tommy. I think he's the good angel and the bad angel. I honestly, as much as both of them at times annoy me, they represent us in a really good way, the extreme way. And sometimes you need the extremes. Anyhow, what a beautiful day at Yankee Stadium. If you're watching us on YouTube, you can see that batting practice has commenced right now.
Yeah.
It is Giancarlo Stanton, Sexy G,
He's
taking
always
some
out there.
swings behind us. And, you can consume us on YouTube or the free Odyssey app or the old-fashioned way as you drive to Yankee Stadium on 101.9 FM, 101.9 FM, or, of course, 660. Let's get to your calls.
Did you say that right? 101.9 FM.
Yeah, is that what I said?
I don't even think you said it right the second time.
Yeah.
You forgot a number both times.
I don't think it matters. People know. You're on the preset. You know the deal. All right, let's kick things off with Jason in Montgomery. Good morning, Jason.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, good morning, guys. Happy Yankee opener.
No doubt.
Happy opener.
Oh, that Frank that Frank the Tank thing killed me with positive Tommy. That was great. That was great. I got one med point before I get to my Yankee point. Evan, I don't know if you heard our buddy Sal. He actually had Michael Cole on the other day, who's a big Met fan.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I was wondering if you ever.
I love that. I love listening to it. Sal did a great job talking about, I think, the Undertaker streak. Forget Michael Cole's opinions on the Mets and Jets. When he broke down the Undertaker streak thing, it was good stuff. So great job by Sal, yes.
Yeah, that was great. I was just wondering, with Michael Cole's knowledge, have you ever considered getting him on the Rico? Because he broke down the Mets. He knows what he's talking about.
I've never talked to him, and I feel odd talking to him because –
why?
All right. You want me to be honest?
Yeah.
So you know Chad on the Mets text chat?
Yes.
Me and Chad were at WWE New York when we were 18 years old.
Okay.
And we were sitting in the upper level of that restaurant, and Michael Cole was underneath us, and we screamed absurdities at him and obscenities. And I've always felt guilty about that. So I kind of want to go through life never talking to him because I'll always feel guilty.
Because you're going to feel the need to apologize.
Yeah, and I feel bad. Cole's a good dude. I don't even know him. I don't want to avoid it.
Do you think he even remembers that?
Yeah, he's going to be like, I remember you.
No chance he remembers
you
that.
redheaded twerp. I wanted to beat your ass that day.
I should have, but I thought you were underage. I would have gone to jail.
What's your Yankee point, Jason?
Oh, that's great. So my Yankee point today. So obviously, Yankees are off to a great start. 5-1 road trip. Can't ask for any better. I guess the only question is, because we all know how short of a leash that Volpe has, but do you think the leash is going to get even shorter for Ryan McMahon? He's had a rough start to the season. He hasn't really hit. His defense has been ass. So where do you think the leash is for McMahon?
I think Ryan McMahon's leash is directly connected. Are you ready for this? With George Lombard Jr. Because when George Lombard Jr. and can you do me a favor because I haven't done this yet, and I apologize, and I have a tough time grabbing my phone.
Is he on the 40 man? Is that what you're
No. Can you check what he's done so far in the minor leagues? It's only a week sample size, but George Lombard Jr. was so impressive in spring training.
Right, and we think of him as a shortstop, but in spring training he played third.
He played everywhere.
Right.
I think if Lombard Jr. is banging down the door, he's hitting down there, and McMahon continues to struggle, I could see the Yankees mid-season saying, screw it, let's go for it.
Yeah.
Right now on the current roster, Ahmed Rosario is a platoon player.
Yeah, we just
That's
saw
what
Ahmad
he is.
Rosario taking third base out there, and so I thought you were going to say Ahmad Rosario.
No.
If Ahmad Rosario, as the platoon player, just is more consistent and actually starts to pick up third base, then that would be the X factor. But I think you're right. It is George Lombard. We kind of forget because he didn't make it out of camp, but he was fantastic a year ago in the minor leagues. He was electric in camp this year, and in fact, you almost thought he had a chance of making the team. Obviously, he didn't, but I mean, that's an interesting thought to think about. I don't know if enough of us are paying attention to what's happening in the minor leagues unless you just ask.
He has no stats registered for 2026 yet.
So maybe he hasn't played yet?
He's starting in Double-A. Maybe have they not started their season
Yeah,
yet?
no, you're possibly right about that. So it may take some time, but the reason why it's not Ahmed Rosario, to your point, Tiki, is that when Max Fried is on the mound and he induces a lot of ground balls to third base, you're going to want your best defense out there, which is Ryan McMahon. So I don't think there's a threat on this roster. Now, the threat is Volpe, right? Because if Volpe ends up taking the shortstop job, could Caballero end up taking the third base job? Absolutely. We envision Caballero as a guy that can play all the time everywhere, but I think the longer-term view is Lombard Jr.
Yeah.
I think he's got a real chance to grab this thing once he proves he's ready. I don't want to go nuts about spring training, but when he's turning on Garrett Crochet fastballs the way he was, it's impressive.
Right. It is because it's the one question mark that you have. Just his bat. Ryan McMahon's bat. At the early part, 6 games in, or now 7 going into this home opener. 7 games in the season. That's the one big question mark. Is your third? You're going to get any production out of third base?
Let's go
offensively.
Let's go to Steve in Manhattan. Hey, Steve.
What's up, boys? Opening day! Woo!
No doubt.
Coming across the GW, thick fog, on my way to Stan. But listen, don't hang up. Before I get into the Yankees, Tiki, I want to touch base with you real quick,
What
and
up,
I want to
brother?
make you feel old. I'm the guy with the Twins I'm the guy with the twins at Auburn, and now they're graduating this year.
No!
Remember when I told you?
Stop
when
it.
you were with
No,
BT?
are you serious? I remember when you called.
May
I was,
2nd.
That's awesome, though. Congrats to them, by the way.
So, yeah, May 2nd. That's it, 4 years in a flash, but I got my young one starting up there in the spring, so 4 more years.
Cool.
Anyway.
I remember you, Steve, because it's the same age as my younger son, Chasen, who's graduating this year as well. So,
right. And let me tell you, the game day house paid off. Still going strong, baby.
Nice.
So, anyway, on my way to the game, me and this crew of guys from St. John's, 8 of us, we've had the Friday night Yankee package since 1994. Same crew, meeting them at stands. Joe, don't worry, I'm not really bringing my wife. That was an April Fool's joke. I'll be there in 12 minutes. Make sure the beer is cold. Tiki, can you sneak out during the commercial and meet us for once?
I mean, I might have to.
Why not?
I won't be coming back, though.
I was going to say.
Sean, Evan, you guys got to hold it down.
If we lose Tiki to one of the establishments close by, we lost him. Well, think about it. Our show ends.
I got to go have a celebratory drink with Steve. His daughters are graduating.
I got
a big deal, man.
And they earned their Tiger Stripe.
That's true.
I got a great idea for him. Our show ends at 12:55. That's when the Yankee pregame show starts. Go directly from here to wherever he's standing or sitting, assuming he's in the ballpark. Have a drink and go about your day.
That's a good point.
Now, here's the question.
Because I will be having a tall boy.
I understand. I got my scorebook ready. I am staying. I will be in the ballpark today. But this isn't Tiki weather. So the Tiki Barber, how many innings, if at all, he stays question is definitely being raised based on the cool temperatures.
Yeah, it is. I was driving in, just like Steve, coming from New Jersey, over the George Washington Bridge, and it was misty, and I could feel the cold, even though I was warm in my car. And I said, do I really need to sit outside in this?
No.
I was like, I thought it was supposed to be close to 60 today. What in the heck is this? And as I was thinking about this and saying these things, I said, I'm not under no obligation to stay. I can watch this from the comforts of my couch. And as soon as it's over, turn on Stargate SG-1. I don't need to go to this game.
The only problem with you saying that, and it's my fault for bringing it up, is people are now going to say, well, Sean and Evan must have an extra ticket. How do we get to sit next to Sean? Really, Sean. I don't think anyone wants to sit next to me today.
To all those people wondering, this is what you get for saying, do I occupy 2 seats? Because today, I will.
Yes, I do.
Let's go to Steve in Harlem. Hey, Steve.
What up, Steve?
Everyone calls this the run-back Yanks, but this team's got Sean Morash on its side.
That's right.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to call and say I won't be calling much this season, so I'm glad Sean's taking the mantle. I've taken a new job, and I'm getting married. So, Sean,
congratulations.
Congratulations.
When anyone steps out of line, thanks, guys. When anyone steps out of line, Sean, you hit them with the Wii U, and I'll be right here supporting.
I'll practice for you, Steve. Wii U.
Thank you. Take care, guys.
Well, thank you, Steve. I think Steve has always wanted Sean to be the more optimistic Yankee fan. Not quite the shill of Big Mac in the afternoons, but an optimistic Yankee fan. And I got to hand it to Sean. Early in this season, and even before they got off to the good start, Sean has been feeling very good about this team.
Yeah, look, you could say a lot of things about me. I'm always going to give you my honest opinion, which end of the spectrum it's on. I feel the different vibes of this Yankee team. Now, the June swoon could hit. I could turn on the flip of a dime. But right now, I feel nothing but 98 vibes.
Let us go to Jesus, who's calling from upstate New York. Good morning, Jesus.
Hey, good morning. Listen, I'm a diehard Met fan, but I got to give Sean his credit, man. Sean, the Yankees look good, buddy. Enjoy them. I wish you nothing but the best. But my point being, the reason why I wanted to call was because Evan Mendoza's got to go.
Already?
24.
Already,
yes,
Jesus?
I'm going back. I'm going to go back. All right? I'm going to give you my reasons.
Go ahead.
Go back to 24. 24, the team was energized. They were great. They were fantastic. They were excited about I mean, even if the ball was a bloop single, they were excited. It wasn't him. He wasn't the one making them excited, right? And go to 25. What happened? All of a sudden, Jose Iglesias is gone. And then all of a sudden now we got, the team is playing lackadaisical. They don't have no urgency, like you said. Then all of a sudden, come to 26, what do you got? They're coming out like they're warming up for practice.
No, they have come out and they have looked flat and ill-prepared. I think April 3rd is too early, but like I said earlier, I think May 1st it really, really gets hot. The question is, and this is a very important question, is it's going to become easy and in vogue now on Twitter or calling up WFAN to say they have to fire Carlos Mendoza. The question you have to ask yourself is, who's replacing him?
Yeah.
And to me, there are three options. There are three people.
Go ahead.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Now, number one, and I've heard G say this a lot, Gio, the day they hired Kai Correa has said that's the next manager of the New York Mets. And he's not, like, way off base. Like, he's the bench coach. And I was around Kai Correa a little bit at spring training. He's a tiny little man, but he has a really big presence.
Interesting.
I know that came out odd.
Very weird.
No, because, like,
how big are his hands, Evan?
he's like, he feels like a child.
What do you mean? How tall is he?
He just has a baby face. He's a young man.
Yeah.
And he has a baby face, but he has a presence. And I'm complimenting him. I know this sounds very odd compliments.
Yes.
But like,
backhanded. Dude,
he ran those workouts. Like Kai Correa was like, and he was dropping F-bombs.
Right.
Like he definitely has this command. And it could be him. G may not be wrong. But he's not the only candidate. There are two other people. One is Andy Green, a former manager who's in the front office. I think he's the player development chief.
Oh, can I guess the third?
And the third one is complicated because I don't know how he manages a few things this season along with managing the Mets. And, of course, the guy I'm talking about is Carlos Beltran.
Yeah.
Who works for the Mets.
Right.
What would happen to Tyrone Taylor's number then?
That's complicated.
No, I'm taking it. I'm wearing it as the manager.
And
Sorry,
you want a
Tyrone.
wild card? Want a real wild card? I'll give you a fourth one. They just hired him, J.D. Martinez.
Right, as an advisor. Does he want to do that? That would be the question.
I am just merely giving you four somewhat realistic candidates.
Right.
If they ever did decide to say, hey, we have to blame someone, we're going to blame the manager.
I thought you were going to go a different route about what the issue is. It could be a void in locker room or clubhouse leadership.
Sure.
Because we talked about this at actual opening day, when the Mets were home. And the transition that visually was happening for us as fans from Francisco Lindor to Juan Soto. And so Juan Soto is clearly the leader of this team. He's been the most consistent, so he's the example leader. But we don't know if he's actually the vocal leader. We don't know if he is the one that people are turning to hear from, like Giancarlo Stanton and Aaron Judge and Paul Goldschmidt with the Yankees that we talked about yesterday. Who is doing that for the Mets? Like, is there somebody getting up in the clubhouse and extolling them to be better? Is someone pressuring them to get their heads out of their butts? Like, is that happening? And if it's not, then you just kind of get used to the mediocrity. And you go day to day to day without thinking about how important it is. And so I think that might be the bigger issue.
Tougher to address, though. How do you address that midseason? Or not even midseason, I don't know. 7 games in?
Evan, I don't think you can address it. That just has to happen naturally.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's a new team.
It's somebody who just feels like, all right, I feel the authority. I have the respect. I have the agency to do this, and I'm going to do it.
Yeah, and it's tough sometimes.
Who's doing that for the Mets? We know who does it for the Yankees because we talked about it.
And the guys who do it for the Yankees and Giancarlo and Judge have been there for a very long time. Right. One guy who could do that is Marcus Semien, but it's tough to lead when you suck.
Right. And it's your first year here.
And it's your first year.
When you suck, you suck.
When you suck, you suck. It's one of the perils of having a brand new roster. The Mets and the Yankees are such a fascinating dichotomy of run it back versus completely different.
Right.
Like
sometimes run it back works.
Yeah. Well, there is a comfort in it. Now
It
that you
is.
think about the Mets.
Well, there's a comfort in it. And the other thing about run it back that I like is they got a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah.
Like the New York Yankees this season have a chip on their shoulder. Like, we're good. We know we're good, but we're the best. They got beat up and embarrassed by the Blue Jays and the Red Sox last year. I'll make you this prediction. They're going to play 26 games against Boston and Toronto this season in the regular season. They're going to have a winning record. Like, last year was the way opposite of that. I feel like those divisional games, which we still have to wait on because right now the Yankees are engulfed in interleague play, intra-division games.
Right.
But once
Home
they
opener against a National League team.
I know. I don't love that, but I don't want to be the whiny old man complaining.
I said it for you, Evan. It's all good.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But once they get into the divisional games, you kind of have a sense that it's going to be different.
And we're only a couple weeks away from the Red Sox here already.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to tell you. The first divisional game is actually next week against Tampa. The first time they play Boston in Boston is on April 21st. It's the week of the NFL draft.
Yeah.
And then the first time they play Toronto isn't until the middle of May. which means the Knicks may be gone by the time the Yankees play the Blue Jays.
Wow, that's a good long-term prediction.
What a hater statement.
That was just an observation. That's all it was. Let's go to this guy. He's mad I'm at opening day. Brian in Manhattan. What's up, Brian?
Oh, Evan, it makes me sick that you're at Yankee Stadium for opening day. It really does. Because I know you have complete disdain and hatred for the Yankees.
That's not true.
I know.
Wow.
Oh, it is. It is. I've been listening to you for 100 years. Between you and Joe Beningo, I don't know who's worse. But anyway. Please, do me another favor.
Yes.
Don't describe a Yankee player as sexy G. Keep that to the 40.
Sorry about that. He is very sexy. Look, I try to be very honest. I try to be an IBO. And it's difficult, I admit, to be an IBO with the Knicks. I think I do it. I do the best I can. I openly disdain and have disdain for the New York Knicks. I do not have open disdain for the New York Yankees. So I get it. You hear a Met fan on the radio, and it's like a stereotype that they must all hate the Yankees. But I have pretty much explained my feeling towards them, and I'll make this clear about today's game. And I'm a big-picture guy. As a Met fan, I'm rooting for the Yankees today, not because I'm a nice guy, not because it's good for business, but because they're playing the Marlins.
Right, and they're 5-1.
Yes. So
You gonna high five today on a big Yankee hit?
I don't know if I'd go to high five because I'm not a Yankee fan, but I respectfully disagree with the notion that I have an open disdain for them.
Yeah.
Sean, Tiki, you've worked with me now for a couple of years.
No, I don't feel disdain.
Thank you.
I could tell
I
you.
feel troll, but I don't feel disdain.
Yeah, I think you needle when needle is warranted.
Sure.
I really only think you have disdain for the Knicks in this town.
Right.
Honestly, I've worked with you for 3 years. I've known you for longer.
Right.
I didn't really know your true disdain. The Knicks are by far the ringleader.
Now, do you think I talk?
And you hate a Ranger run, too, but that's minimalized.
Yeah, because he doesn't really care about hockey.
I think when the Rangers are good, my hatred is like a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
I think the Knicks, it's always that way. And look, it's fair to judge me and say, hey, you're not being fair, you're doing this. I try when we talk Knicks, and we've talked a lot about them this week, to just try to be an IBO. Speaking of being an IBO, the Oklahoma City Thunder sent a message last night, ladies and gentlemen.
Holy cow.
The Oklahoma City Thunder said, oh, you think the Lakers are cute?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ Precision Cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. As Evan just alluded to, the Western Conference playoffs in the NBA took a potential interesting turn last night. Luka Doncic strained his hamstring in the Lakers' blowout loss to the eventual NBA repeat champion Thunder. But
You're calling it already.
Well, look, as Evan was just saying, the Thunder are legitimate, and I think we've tried to be cute and make other dreams. This Thunder team is going to go to the NBA Finals.
Feels that way. We'll get to the festivities of the Yankee home opener, including the now controversial Jack Hughes first pitch.
No, stop it.
Plus more of your phone calls at 888-808-1019 as we take you through the morning and early afternoon until Yankee baseball. Fanatics Fest, the world's #1 sports fan festival, returns to the Javits Center in New York City from July 16th to 18th. See top athletes and just announced former Met Yankee greats Mike Piazza, Jorge Posada, Georgie Just One, David Wright, Mariano Rivera, Keith Hernandez, Don Mattingly, Darryl Strawberry, Andy Pettit, and Jose Reyes. Live panels, autographs, photo ops, rare trading cards, and memorabilia, plus exclusive merch drops you can get only at Fanatics Fest. This is the ultimate weekend where sports and culture collide. Tickets are on sale now. Grab yours at fanaticsfest.com.
And this Odyssey Sports Minute is brought to you by Dr. Jay Shah at Samwell Institute for Pain Management. Visit samwellpain.com.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Almost every major NFL mock draft has Notre Dame running back Jeremiah Love going in the top 10. We see him mocked to the Giants at 5, the Commanders at 7, and others. I think teams would be insane to take a running back in the top 10 of the NFL draft. We've seen it over the years. Running back is not necessarily a position that you need to take early in the draft, and the Giants and the Commanders specifically have other needs they need to fill. I'm Nick Costos.
Serving my country required sacrifice that changed my life forever. I remember the day I came home. Because of my injuries, this house wasn't right for me anymore. I remember the narrow doorways, the small bathrooms, the shelves out of reach when in my wheelchair. Every day was full of obstacles. I felt trapped. I remember a better day. The day my family received a specially adapted custom home from Homes for Our Troops. That day changed everything. Now we have a safe and accessible home to enjoy the freedom I fought for. This place, our home, is exactly what we needed to rebuild our lives.
Homes for Our Troops builds and donates specially adapted custom homes nationwide for severely injured post 9/11 veterans and enables them to rebuild their lives. Join our mission at hfotusa.org.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
March matchups are down to 4. Trade the tournament with Kalshi. Arizona and Michigan are trading at 34% to cut down the nets. A 100 trade pays $273 if either one wins it all. Download the Kalshi app. Use code FAN to get $10 when you trade 10. Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Operating engineers Local 825 are the men and women who make our region move. So whether it's roads, bridges, or our favorite team stadium, they build and maintain the critical transportation, water, and energy infrastructure we rely on. That's why their advocacy organization, ELEC, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, fights for those priorities every day. That's ELEC, representing the signatory contractors and the hardworking men and women who build both New York and New Jersey.
At Northwell's Cardiovascular Institute, there's no heart condition too complex for the most experienced team in the tri-state area, with the nation's highest cardiac success rates. It's why others trust us to help treat their patients with the most challenging conditions. And with hundreds of cardiac experts working together across Northwell, we're making untreatable a thing of the past. Visit northwell.edu/limitlessheart. Northwell. Raise health.
Springfest means more sun, more fun, and more free at Lowe's. Keep your yard in line with an additional free Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a select Ego mower, trimmer, or blower. Plus, keep landscaping fresh with Stay Green 1 cubic foot garden soil, 5 bags for $10. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 4/8 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Soil offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-700-6898. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-700-6898 or biglou.com.
The New York International Auto Show, April 3rd through the 12th. Tickets at autoshowny.com.
Nothing pairs better with Surfside iced tea and vodka or Surfside lemonade and vodka, like a day on the golf course. Made with real vodka, real tea, and zero bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Cheers to hitting the fairway and cheers to Surfside. Must be 21, please drink responsibly.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This month, we're cracking open spring with our $55,000 Explosion drawing. Earn entries all month long, then be here Thursday, April 30th from 4 to 6 p.m. when 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win cash prizes ranging from $2,500 to $10,000. At 7 p.m., 1 winner will be drawn to hatch the grand prize of $20,000 at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Hey fans, come out to Yankee Stadium on Friday, April 17th when the Yankees host the Royals and be ready to receive a Yankees promotional giveaway that has become a fan favorite. It's Yankees Hockey Jersey Night, presented by StubHub. The first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a Yankees hockey jersey. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com/tickets. Again, don't miss the Yankees and Royals for Yankees Hockey Jersey Night, presented by StubHub on Friday, April 17th. Visit Yankees.com/tickets today.
This is Sal Licata. You definitely don't want your AC system to fail this summer. So call my friends at Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's air conditioning experts. Have them check your cooling system now. I know Edison Heating and Cooling. They are the real deal. Go to EdisonHVAC.com.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Get the latest on the Giants and Jets on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Live from Yankee Stadium on this home opener, Evan and Tiki with Sean Morash on the road is brought to you by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. I have been told that this hour, at some point this hour, a prominent New York Yankee will stop by and chat about opening day. So that will be coming up at some point in this next hour. And also later today, it was announced a few days ago that Jack Hughes, along with, I forget her name, but I think the goaltender for the women's Olympic hockey team, will both be throwing out the first pitch today here at Yankee Stadium. And that was met with, Sean basically saying, I'm a Ranger fan. He's a devil. I'm going to boo him. And while I don't agree with Sean, I didn't think it was like the most insane opinion I've ever heard, but he's taken quite a bit of backlash. So let's take a listen. First with Boomer, because Boomer, look, I love you, Sean. You're a great Ranger fan. I think that Boomer, until he retires, is the face of Ranger fandom at WFAN, whether you like it or not. It's just the way it is.
Don't put this against me versus Boomer.
I'm not. I'm just describing something accurately.
Yeah.
Everybody knows. And it's not about who's the better fan, it is what it is.
No,
he is the face of Ranger fandom at WFAN.
And we have 2 full seasons have passed since he hasn't taken me to a game he promised me to. So.
Well, that's a completely different story.
Right.
You got to take that up with Boomer. But I was very curious, as I mentioned yesterday, what would Boomer, as a diehard Ranger fan, but also someone that was really into the Olympics, what would he say about the idea of a New Jersey Devil throwing out the first pitch at Yankee Stadium, and would he co-sign Sean's view that Sean is going to boo him? Let us hear from Boomer.
I like Sean, and I love his passion for the Rangers. There's no question about that. But I would just say in this instance, he's not there as a devil. He's there as a USA hockey player.
Oh, of course.
And the one that scored the game-winning goal. That's why he's there.
Yeah. No, you don't have to explain this to me.
Now, if Matthew Schaefer were there and he wore his Islanders shirt, I'd boo. Probably. No.
Well, what he makes clear, though, is that if Jack Hughes walked out on the field today with a Devil jersey, it changes things.
Yeah, I agree.
Which I don't think he's going to do.
No.
He's going to be in a Team USA jersey, and you cannot boo him, Sean. You cannot. Especially after the night he had last night.
Well, that's even more of a reason.
Why?
You know what, Tiki? I thought about this long and hard because I take what you say seriously. So I went home and I observed. I said, Tiki was really angry. I go, but I think I could present this in a better way than just fat Ranger fan yells about Devils.
Okay.
The truth is today April 3rd?
It is April 3rd.
Okay, April 3rd. So here's the question I would ask before everybody gets mad at me. It's April 3rd. February was this goal. As far as I'm concerned, we have now gone through more of a hockey season. It's March, it's April, and just hockey fans, we're lunatics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ranger fans, Islander fans, Devil fans. What's the cutoff date? Like, because as far as I'm concerned, yes, he scored the goal, and he will live with that forever, and anybody who rooted for Team USA will live for that forever. But in April, when Jack Hughes gets introduced here, saying you're over it's kind of one thing, but it's like, at what point am I not allowed to, like, I can't boom his whole career?
You want me to be honest?
Yeah.
January 2030.
2030?
Yes.
What? Why?
The next Winter Olympics.
See, that's crazy to me.
I'm not being real.
And, look, and that's all I'm saying is, if you don't want to boom and you think I'm nuts, I understand that. Like, you're doing the American pride thing. But it's April. He's back to being a New Jersey Devil for me. I just witnessed our teams have a fight that was so passionate the goalies dropped the gloves. I'm not allowed to boo the guy. Oh, by the way, American hero, where's my freedom to boo?
American sports hero.
Okay. But he scored that goal for my right to boo. My freedom to boo.
Here is the view of your dear friend CeeLo, who works here, also a big-time Ranger fan, because he was asked his view on Sean Morash's decision to boo Jack Hughes.
You're a dyed-in-the-wool Ranger fan, one of the biggest Ranger fans I know. Jack Hughes is throwing out the first pitch today. You booing him?
No.
Especially if he's wearing his USA jersey,
Yeah, I mean,
right?
that's just typical nonsense from Morash. And
It's
that's
typical nonsense.
And that's coming from we've been friends forever, like as
Who,
long as
you-
I've been.
you and Morash?
Yeah, since as long as he's worked here.
So you know all about his
I
typical
say that
nonsense.
I just don't, I can't take it seriously,
Wow.
I can't take it seriously.
I consider him one of my best friends in the business.
Wow. So you see this. Boomer was very measured. CeeLo says he can't take you serious. Here's very famous Boomer and Geo caller Dan and Carteret saying what he would do to Sean Morash.
I was wondering what do you want me to do to Morash if he boos Jack Hughes? You want me to punch him in the face or something?
No. First of all, if you punch him in the face, you might lose your fist.
Yeah.
So we have.
I would defend you in that case.
Yeah,
Sean.
punch me in the face.
You don't deserve to be punched in the face.
You do
but
not-
you do deserve to be shouted down.
No, and I don't agree with you, right? But I have to admit something, all right? You said something about booing Jack Hughes, and it's getting a lot of attention on this station. It was not the dumbest thing said on this radio station yesterday.
Was it you trying to say brioche?
Well, excuse me?
Was it you trying to say brioche?
It may have been me saying brioche incorrectly. No, the dumbest opinion on WFAN yesterday wasn't Sean saying, hey, as a Ranger fan, I want to boo Jack Hughes. It was this from my former partner, Craig Carton. Take a
so
listen.
I'll say what needs to be said. Francisco Lindor, time to go. Bye-bye.
Time to go?
Time to go. Your time in New York has come to an end. You didn't bring the Mets a World Series. You've never batted 280 or higher. You've struck out on average 130 times a year, and you don't care anymore. Bye-bye.
I mean, isn't that dumber than Sean saying, I'm going to boo Jack Hughes?
I mean, yes, at least I'm coming from a point of passion. I tell you, WFAN is not what it used to be. I tell you.
I almost feel like Craig was smiling when he was saying that.
He may have been.
Not really seriously saying that. But, hey, if it happens, I said it.
You know what's funny?
Yeah, I think you're reading that right.
And this is where Craig will get the last laugh, and he's got a very long memory. Because he'll say back of his mind, oh, yeah, Evan thinks I'm an idiot with that opinion. Okay. He'll let it go. 6 years from now, at the end of Lindor's contract, the Mets are going to trade him. And Craig is either going to call me up because I'm unemployed, or he's going to mention on the air, I was the first to So he may get the victory at some point, but obviously he's not getting it now.
Yeah.
And it's, in my opinion, a dumb suggestion to say because of the mistake he made the other day they should trade him. So I'm just defending you. I think your opinion is crazy.
Right.
I just don't think it's as crazy
hold on.
as Craig's.
What if next year the hockey schedule comes out and it's Rangers-Devils opening night at the Garden and Jack Hughes scores in overtime to beat him? What are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to stand and clap?
No, but he's not a...
You told me 2030.
I'm talking about things outside of NHL hockey. He is here not as a Devil. He is, even though he was fantastic last night, and their 7-3 victory.
Oh, 5 points.
5
Unbelievable.
points, 2 goals, 3 assists.
Yeah.
He was amazing. So ultimately, you gotta, when he's as Team USA, cheer for Jack Hughes. As a Devil, boo the hell out of him.
All right, I'm going to make you a deal.
Okay.
I'm going to make Evan, you can agree to this deal because I know what's going to happen. You have made this point clear, Boomer, CeeLo as well.
Yes.
You guys have talked about him representing Team USA here. So when he gets introduced today at approximately 1:28 p.m.
That's the scheduled first pitch time for those that are heading to the ballpark, about 1:26, 1:27, 1:28.
Do we believe that the words New Jersey Devil will not be said?
No, it will not be said.
I disagree. They're going to say, and New Jersey Devil captain Jack Hughes. And if they say Devil, despite the Team USA stuff, I am booing.
But if they don't say Devil, you won't?
Are we trying to compromise here?
I'm trying to compromise.
Okay, so if they'd say New Jersey Devil.
If they reference him as a devil.
You can boo.
That's all the deal I have.
If they say Team USA Sport Hero
and they
or whatever.
And they ignore that he's a devil, I promise you I will not boo.
What if it's both?
Then I boo.
As soon as the devil is mentioned. I get you.
I think that's a fair compromise because you guys have all made your point clear. It's Team USA, it's Team USA, Team USA.
Right.
And my point is, it's a devil, it's a devil, it's a devil. They mentioned devils, I'm booing.
We might have to get to the PA announcer.
Paul Holden? he's down the hall.
Right, that's what I mean. Hey, Paul, whatever you do, don't say devils.
Oh, I would say the opposite. Whatever you do, please say devil. Either way, I'll be there with you to film you because I think that you may run into issues if you boo him loudly. And I'm not saying someone's going to punch you in the face, but I do recall last year at Yankees-Blue Jays Game 4, Sean was just casually mentioning so the guy in front of us heard that he thought Cal Raleigh was the American League MVP.
Oh, right.
I thought this kid was either going to call the police on Sean or slap him.
What are you talking about? He's not.
He wasn't.
Well, that's not the point.
That's not the point.
I think he was just getting his goat.
Yeah.
Anyhow, let's get back to your phone calls. A lot on the table. Yankee fans on their way to the stadium. What's up? Met fans are in a very pissy mood today because they're 3-4 and obviously lost another listless game last night out in California. 888. 3 in a row. 888-808-1019 is the number. Let us go to Angelo in Alabama. What's up, Angelo?
Hey, Angelo.
Hey, what's going on, gentlemen? We got Ginger Jackson, Shurio, Tiki, no need for a barber, and my boy Sean Beef Morash. How you gentlemen doing?
Love it. Good. What's up?
Love it. Well, first off, I'm going to see you in a couple weeks there, Mr. Evan Shurio. This is Angelo, a.k.a. the Biko Rognas, in your fantasy draft. So
he made the Rico Fantasy League. That's right.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
So I'm not doing so well, but I'm coming for you. But my thing is this, I understand that it's the beginning of the season. I understand my expectations have been tempered going into this season. But 7 games in, I wake up and text my buddy, hey, tonight feels like a must win. I know it's early. I get it, but Nolan on the mound being asked to stop this skid just feels like kind of a big one earlier than it should be. So just wanted to put it out there, your thoughts. And
yeah, I don't know how you measure big because it is still so early in the season. I think it's big for us mentally because as fans, and Yankee fans are doing it on the other side because they're winning, we missed baseball so much that maybe we're treating these early season games bigger than they actually are because it's been a long time since we've actually watched our team play.
I don't think this is must-win by any stretch of the imagination other than saying you got to get off your slide here. You got to start hitting with runners in scoring position. And the last thing you want to do in the first 2 weeks of a season is go on an 0 for 4 streak or a losing streak with 4 in a row. And so it's more, I think, about mentality. But it's so early in the season. You're not burying yourself. You're not one win in 6 games right now, or 6 games right now. You've won some games, but you got to start playing better all the way around.
Rich is calling from Greenville, South Carolina. Hey, Rich. Hello, Rich.
Hey guys, how's it going?
All's good, dude.
Good. What's up?
Good. First off, let me just say congratulations on having the best show on the Fan. It's really a pleasure listening to you guys.
Well, that's sweet. We appreciate it.
And secondly, guilty pleasure. I listen to the Rico all the time. I especially like him after Mets losses, but I'm a Yankee fan, but I do enjoy listening to the Rico as well. So that's one for you, Evan.
Nice, thank you, man.
Rich, I'm the same.
Okay. Okay. Now to my point. I got a prediction that probably most Yankee fans probably don't share, but I feel like when the Yankees get Volpe back, he's going to be a little bit more in line of what they're expecting from him. I think he's going to be kind of a spark plug. I think that getting Caballero they might have been a little bit of a wake up call for him. I know that Cashman is always enamored with first round picks, especially if it's his own first round pick, but I think they're going to give him every chance to become the player that they thought he would be, and I think that he will actually trend in that direction. What do you guys think?
Yeah, well, the only thing I would push, not even push back, it's just an adjacent comment on it. Unlike with Anthony Volpe's first couple of years, where it was just like, all right, kid, you're going to run with this. It's your shop. Good luck. He's going to have to earn his playing time now.
Bingo. Or at least he should have to earn his playing time.
Exactly. He should have to earn his playing time. It's not you are the golden child. Whatever we can do to lift and support and protect you from the outside noise, it's got to be done. Aaron Boone can't keep saying he's a good player. He's a good player. We know it's there. When you've hit 240 or less over the course of your first 3 seasons in the league, and you've been injured and not really consistent at the plate, despite being somewhat important in that World Series run a couple years ago. So, earning your worth is so important for young players, and Anthony Volpe now has to do that.
Let us hope that that's what they do, though.
I agree.
The key is go down to the minor leagues because, remember, rehab is in the minors.
Yep.
Then they have a chance to option them down, which they should, just to give them more time to get ready, and go hit 330. Go prove your worth because here's the beautiful thing about –
do you believe that that's going to happen?
Well, then he shouldn't be called up.
Because he hasn't done that. He hasn't proven that that's the
then
player
he
that
shouldn't
he
be
is.
called up.
I would agree with you. I don't think the Yankee fan is clamoring for Anthony Volpe any longer.
No.
They're not saying, I got to see this kid, like they are with Jason Dominguez. I got to see Jason Dominguez. Give him a chance. Spencer Jones, give him a chance. George Lombard, give him a chance. They're not saying that about Anthony Volpe anymore. We know who he is.
You know when
and unfortunately, it might not be what everybody expected 4 years ago.
You know when they would do that? Not clamor, maybe that's too strong, is if he goes down to the minor leagues and hits a lot.
Right, but that's earning it. That's my point.
No, I agree with you. And that's the key, though.
Earn your hype.
I don't know if I trust Brian Cashman to institute it that way, or if it's just going to be, all right, he's healthy, let's bring him up.
And let's be real, we've talked about it through 6 games. We've talked about it as everybody's in their car in the Yankee Stadium, the excitement, the different energy about this team. The unspoken different energy is we don't feel like as fans we're having our life sucked out of us watching Anthony Volpe continue to not live up to the hype. That is something that's been different through the first 6 games. Anthony Volpe brought the mood down for fans last year. And it's just, like it or not, that's the truth. We're in no rush to bring him back from a fan base.
Well, the way I viewed Anthony Volpe last year, and I hope that this is the way they'll use him. There's no guarantee they will, but it was always my suggestion is I'm not getting rid of him. I'm not trading him with no value. I'm not DFAing him. I'm telling him you have a different role now. You're a super utility player. If you hit, you'll play. If you don't hit, you won't play. If your defense is mediocre, you won't play.
Caballero gets hurt.
Yeah, or as Tiki mentioned earlier, hey, when does the pressure really heat up on Ryan McMahon? Or it was a caller who asked us that.
Right.
And one of the factors is Volpe. If Anthony Volpe's playing really well in the minor leagues, one of the options isn't necessarily to bench Caballero. It's Caballero and Volpe's versatility would allow them to then sit Ryan McMahon. So I think those two things can be related. But he's got to earn it. He's got to play well. When he goes to the minor leagues on rehab assignment and then eventually gets optioned down there, he's got to perform. He still has a lot of talent. I'm not giving up on him.
No.
I'm giving up on the idea that he needs to be force-fed an everyday job.
Yeah, I'm completely with you. And I'm giving up on his ceiling. I'm not giving up on the player.
What did you think his ceiling was to begin with?
I don't know. They hyped it so high. I mean, it was like
it's tough to say what my ceiling even was because I was just buying into the hype they were
right.
It
was like, oh, he's going to be a 280 hitter. He's going to hit 25 home runs a year. He's going to be an elite Gold Glove shortstop. And for a while, he wasn't.
Well, he was a Gold Glove shortstop. He got to that.
But then he got hurt, and we know all the things that happened regarding his play defensively. But I don't even know what the median is for him anymore. I don't know what to expect from him anymore. And so the only thing you can do as a Yankee fan is hope to be surprised.
Yeah, and he could turn in, by the way, and have a nice career. Ahmad Rosario. He could have that kind of career.
Right.
Yeah, well, as someone who was the fan of prospect Ahmad Rosario when he was hyped, think about what he ended up being, a trade chip for a superstar player.
Absolutely.
So my view on Ahmad Rosario isn't even that negative the way it is with other failed prospects because they cashed out.
But it's
too late to do that with
But
him.
he's a useful baseball piece.
Right,
Like,
but-
if he became the Rosario on this team.
Well, okay. You ready for this? I'm sorry, Tiki. I know I always bring up the Giants. It's very obnoxious. I always sugarhorn them in. Evan,
sugarhorn them?
Yeah, that's sugarhorn
You're
them in.
so lucky that Idiots with Idioms is done already because you put on a display today.
What else have I said?
You can't say Buns names.
What do you mean I can't say Buns names?
Bread. A certain bread.
Yeah, Barochi.
Okay, exactly.
I love after I said that, Sean then looks into the camera like he's Larry Sanders.
He
Like,
looked in like, this guy doesn't eat. He doesn't eat. You're not a foodie.
My cross-sport comp with Volpe and what he can be and the expectations is Evan Neal. Like, Evan Neal was a top draft pick. He was supposed to be a superstar, lockdown tackle, and now he has a chance to salvage his career as a
the difference is we weren't forced to watch Evan Neal.
Well, early on, I guess.
Well, and again,
eventually they benched him.
But by the way, early on he was okay.
Yeah, but year 2, I mean.
Oh yeah.
Year 1 was fine. It was
fine.
year 2.
Year 2 was a disaster.
My point is, like, when Sean says, well, if Volpe turns into an Ahmed Rosario, are we good? Yeah, he's a useful player, but it's tough in an organization in which the fan base was expecting a lot more to be accepting of that guy just becoming a utility player. Like, I agree with you. That's how I would use him.
Yeah.
But I don't think people would be like, oh, I'm good with Volpe. He's a nice little utility player, because there used to be high expectations for him.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's truth to that. But.
We'll come back with more of your phone calls, 888-808-1019. In the very next segment we do, we will talk to a current Yankee as he prepares for opening day. And I will tell you why losing today may actually be better for the New York Yankees.
Wow, you want a challenge for worst take of the week, huh?
Well, history's on my side. We'll explain
All
it coming
right.
up. It is Evan and Tiki live from Yankee Stadium right before the home opener.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by Total Orthopedics, the experts at getting you back to being you. Total Orthopedics is expanding across Long Island and New Jersey, with offices coming to Babylon, West Babylon, Comac, and West Orange. From sprains and broken bones to complex sports injuries, they're the experts at getting you back to being you. Visit TotalOrthoSportsMed.com today.
It's the 2026 home opener for the Bronx Bombers on WFAN.
Going, and go!
The Yankees take on the Marlins, 1:35 this afternoon.
And there it goes!
Susan Waldman and Dave Sims call all the play-by-play.
Victory for the New York Yankees!
The home of Yankees baseball is The Fan, 101.9 FM, 660 AM, and always live and available in Espanol with Ricky Ricardo on the free Odyssey app.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-284-1238. 800-284-1238. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-284-1238.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
ServPro, cleaning, restoration, construction, like it never happened. Call 1-800-ServPro.
Diving for that grounder got you grounded? Oof. We've got specialists for that. Layup, take you down? We've got specialists for that. With nearly 50 Castle Connolly top doctors, Orland & Cohen specialists are considered among the best in the nation by their peers, which can mean a better outcome for you. From Staten Island to Southampton, our network is open 7 days a week, so you can feel better, faster. Visit OrlandCohen.com.
At Nielsen, fun is in the
Get in on the savings fund now at Nielsen Dodge during our lease pull-ahead event.
Get out of your current lease early and get into a new vehicle.
Don't wait for your lease to end. Upgrade now. We have hundreds of new Jeeps, Chryslers, Dodges, and Rams to choose from.
There's 0% financing available, 0 security deposit for qualified buyers with 0 down payment available.
Lease a new 2026 Jeep Wrangler 4-Door Sport S 4x4, just $259 a month.
Or choose from hundreds of quality certified pre-owned vehicles.
End your lease early and upgrade today.
So, get out of the old and into the new.
On Route 10 in East Hanover. Online at NielsenDodge.com.
At Nielsen Dodge, fun is in the driver's seat.
Declaration of Deals sales event. With approval term 24 months, due at sign 8104, add tax tag 498, doc fee, and DMV fees. See dealer for details.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Looking for a great deal to stay connected? Now, for a limited time, new Verizon mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more and switch. For new Fios, internet, and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Listen to MLB Insider Calls on WFAN all season long. Presented by Grainger. For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need, delivered when and where you need them. Call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by.
If you own a small business, the pressure never lets up. Something's always coming at you. That's why business owners turn to LendSeek for funding.
I don't need promises. I need options. LendSeek's AI platform showed me real funding choices. Now I can cover payroll, handle taxes, and go after growth opportunities without the daily stress.
Up to $5 million with funding in as fast as 24 hours. No upfront costs. No prepayment penalties. Start ready, stay ready. LendSeek.com. LendSeek.com.
Mostly cloudy, high 67.
Weather brought to you by Staples. From posters and presentations to labels and loyalty cards, Staples has all the print to boost your brand. Shop now in-store and online. Staples. That was easy.
At Northwell's Cardiovascular Institute, there's no heart condition too complex for the most experienced team in the tri-state area, with the nation's highest cardiac success rates. It's why others trust us to help treat their patients with the most challenging conditions. And with hundreds of cardiac experts working together across Northwell, we're making untreatable a thing of the past. Visit northwell.edu/limitlessheart. Northwell. Raise health.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber with a special message for New York businesses looking to diversify your income. Amazon Hub Delivery is making it easy to earn extra money. When you partner with Amazon Hub Delivery, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra income and exposure for your business. There's no upfront cost, no delivery experience, and no long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
Shriners Hospitals for Children has been creating wonderful opportunities for children in need. This life-changing medical care helps them do the things they've always dreamed of. Go to loveshriners.org.
Springfest is happening now at Lowe's. Keep the spotlight on your yard with Stay Green Premium 2 cubic foot mulch, 5 bags for $10. Plus, when you want more help indoors, get up to 40% off select major appliances that help you supercharge your chores. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid to 4/22 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ. Precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. The Mets' woes continue last night. They fall under 500, 7-2 loss to the San Francisco Giants. Mark Vientos, though, on the board with a home run. The Rangers lost 3-2 to the Habs. The Devils crushed the Capitals behind 5 points from American sports hero Jack Hughes, who is now out on the field at Yankee Stadium, or just was, watching batting practice in a Yankee hat and Yankee jersey. This Fan Focus was sponsored by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
And Jack Hughes, did you say it in your minute? I apologize. He had 5 points last night.
He had 5 points.
Did you just say that?
I did.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure.
Jesper Bratt did as well.
Yeah.
What a brat.
So the Yankees all-time on home openers are 82-40, which is an impressive record. It's a .672 winning percentage. They're 7-2 in home openers since 2017. They're 22-6 in home openers since 1998. And at this new stadium, they're 11-6 in home openers. So the point is they're really, really good when they play their home openers. But I said before the break, they may be better off losing. And Sean's like, well, that's going to be the dumbest opinion of the week.
Why?
Why, you ask? Well, I have a memory. I have a long memory. I want to take you guys back to 2009.
Okay.
That was, of course, the last time the Yankees won a World Championship. They also did make the World Series since they won a World Championship. They lost their home opener by a final score of 10-2 to the then Cleveland Indians. I want to jump up to 2024. That was the other time the New York Yankees made the World Series. Didn't win it, but made the World Series. They lost their home opener to the Toronto Blue Jays by a final score of 3-0. So in the history of the new Yankee Stadium, the formula to success is to lose the home opener. Your thoughts?
What?
2 examples?
In 2009 and in 2024, the two
maddening
World Series appearances the Yankees have made in somewhat recent time, they lost their home opener sort of in embarrassing ways. 10-2 to Cleveland and getting shut out by the Blue Jays.
You're leaving out something I can't tell if you're doing it on purpose.
What?
Have they won every other home opener besides those two?
Well, I just told you they're 11-6 all time at the new Yankee Stadium, so that would make them 11-4 in the other 15 home openers.
So in other words, it means nothing.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I'm just telling you that losing doesn't.
Your mathing isn't mathing.
My mathing isn't mathing.
So what if they lose? What about those other 4 years?
Exactly.
Well, I'm just saying if you lose, not that big of a deal. That's all I'm saying.
I give you a lot of
In
credit.
fact, it's a good. The history is good. You'll probably get to the World Series.
How long did you think about that one?
So, honestly, I was thinking about home openers because I have been fortunate enough to be at many of them, especially during these hours. Joe and I would be at every Yankee home opener doing middays. It was a tradition. I don't think we've ever not been at a Yankee home opener during the era of middays. Obviously, with the other time slot, it didn't necessarily work, so I'd come to the game, I'd do the show after. And so I was thinking about the memories. I started doing middays with Joe in 2007, so the new Yankee Stadium is a big part of my history. So I was thinking about it. I was flashing back to Carl Pavano starting the home opener. I was flashing back to all these different memories, and I thought about 2009, and I'm like, wait a second. They lost that game. And that was the first ever game at the new Yankee Stadium. Then I thought about 2024.
Who pitched?
In 2009?
Yeah.
You should know.
I don't know.
You should know.
Was it CC?
Very good.
Okay.
He was not bad in that game. He pitched 5 2/3 innings, allowed 1 run. The Indians broke the game open in like the 8th inning. So the 10-2 was a little misguided. But I'll give you this factoid. Sean loves to talk about who's starting the home opener. Like he was a little disappointed it was Will Warren and not Cam Schlittler. In 2024, who started the New York Yankees home opener?
2024.
It wasn't Cole.
It wasn't Cole.
Well, I'm not giving you any answers. Maybe it is Garrett Cole. I don't know.
Was it Will Warren?
In 2024?
That was like 2 years ago.
It was not Will Warren. I'll give you 7 more guesses because I'm a nice guy.
2024. God, why am I drawing?
Who started the home opener for the New York Yankees? It was not Carlos Rodon.
Oh.
Before you say a word, I'm gonna let you do something.
Okay.
Very unique. I'm gonna let you take your cell phone out and call Big Mac and ask him on the air.
No, I know.
Right out of
I
the
know.
gate. Well, why? Phone a friend.
It's Marcus
Phone a
Stroman.
friend.
Marcus Stroman.
Son of a bitch.
Because we had this argument
I
about
do
this.
remember this.
I don't need to call a friend. You know?
I do remember that argument about this.
Yes, it was Marcus Stroman because he didn't want to be moved up to start in Houston because starting the home opener was that special to him.
So now it's fresh in your mind.
God, that feels like a blip on the radar.
It
Marcus
does.
Stroman's era here.
Number 0.
You came up with it, so you only
I
got
did.
like a few wrong guesses before you got there.
Well, yeah, okay, my brain wasn't firing. I will say this, kiddo, one day you're going to break through in this business, and you're going to have to do a little better research than that, because this means nothing.
What do you mean better research? The research is spot on
No,
accurate.
what he's saying is that what happens in the home opener, whether they win or lose, it doesn't matter.
It was a reach.
Obviously, it doesn't matter. I like giving people the information, and you can do whatever you want with it.
Also, they lost the 2024 World Series.
Yeah, but you've only been to the World Series twice since 2004. So
I think
that's a pretty big set. It's a 21, 22-year sample size. Getting to the World Series is still an accomplishment as much as you want to downgrade it. And I'm saying the last 2 times you got there, you lost the home opener. That's all.
I'm sorry. I'm looking everywhere for the 2024 American League Championship banner.
You're the only team that doesn't do that.
We don't do that, Evan.
No, I know. By the way, coming up in the next 10 minutes, we will talk to the closer of the New York Yankees, David Bednar. So we'll check in on how he's feeling. This is obviously his first opening day. Remember, the Yankees acquired him at the trade deadline last year, so look forward to a couple of minutes with David. And for those that love Idiots with Idioms, something we do every Friday at 1:30, we're obviously not going to be on the air at 1:30. So if you are a big Idiots with Idioms fan, we will give it to you right at about 12:10, all right? So a little bit earlier today, if you want to hear all the screwed-up idioms from the week that was, which obviously involves now everybody at the radio station. 888-808-1019 is the number. Let's go out to Victor in Sacramento, California. What's up, Victor?
Hey, what's going on, guys? I know I'm short on time, but real quick, funny story. So a while back, you guys were talking about, is it weird for 49er fans to hear "Let's Go Giants" chants and vice versa because of the teams, right? So I'm a New York implant, and back in September, obviously baseball and football crosses over. I was walking back from the gym, and I saw this car pull up to me, and immediately I thought, oh, this is the day I'm going to die. But that's not what happened. He goes, "Let's go Giants." And I'm like, oh, yeah, let's go Giants. Like, I'm pretty sure they lost earlier that day, but I was just excited to, like, have a fellow New Yorker. I'm walking away. He drives away. I'm like, how the hell did he know I'm a Giants fan? I look down. I'm wearing a Mets shirt, and I'm like, oh, he missed the baseball team.
Gotcha. I really do think that would be confusing. Like, I know the Jets play hockey, but we're not confused by that because no one cares about the Winnipeg Jets. It would never come up in a conversation.
Right.
But being a San Francisco 49er fan who probably doesn't have positive views towards the Giants and your baseball team is the Giants, a little weird.
It is weird.
No? Texas Rangers, New York Rangers,
I don't
any
even
weirdness?
think about it. How rare is that to happen, though?
Which one, the Giant thing?
Yeah.
How weird is that? Well, if you're a 49er...
Because if you're a San Francisco fan, you're not a Giant fan.
No, you're a San Francisco Giants fan.
Yeah, but you're not a New York Giant
I
fan.
got you.
There's no chance.
It's more confusing for the New Yorker that goes out
Yeah, I
there.
think
Like,
you're right.
what's happening? Let's go to John and Maspeth on this festive day. What's up, John?
Hey, John.
What's up, guys? Welcome to opening day. Sean, I got a question for you. Did you bring any sage? Did you bring any sage to follow around Evan to make sure none of that Mets bad luck comes to Yankee Stadium over there?
I got
We
news
don't
for you,
need
John.
any of that Mets City Field luck over there.
Evan is here to bring the luck back to the Mets. I think that's.
Oh,
what's
is that
going
what
on.
happens here?
Yes.
He's trying to borrow it, take it over to City.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Listen, man, do you really think that my aura could bring down the best pitching staff ever created? I don't even know if that's possible.
No way. No way. You can't bring down the 95 Braves.
I can't. That's the comp you're going with?
Yeah.
That's an interesting comp.
He was just trolling you.
Oh,
That's
trolling
all.
me?
Yeah.
No.
Nah, we didn't hate the Braves in 95, too.
Yeah.
Our rivalry really didn't begin until about 97, 98.
I'm trying to think of the great
does
staffs.
it bother you, though, that they also were great back then?
The 95 Braves never bothered me, no.
Yeah.
Weird thing, right?
Yeah, it is very weird.
I'll give you an NFL comp because it occurred during your NFL career. So do you remember how they had the massive realignment in the NFL in 2002?
Yes.
Where the Cardinals go from being a division rival, but now they're not anymore?
Yeah.
And the Indianapolis Colts with the Jets go from being a division rival to not anymore? So the Braves were in the National League West forever. And when they were successful in the early 90s, it was like, okay,
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
I can see that.
They got moved to the East in 1994. That season never got completed because of the strike. Now 95 is like, okay, I guess. They weren't a rival yet. It took a couple of years before you're like, oh, wait.
But it was the beginning of it. That's my point.
Yes, it was the very beginning of it.
You didn't know it was a thing until it was a thing afterwards.
Right.
When I think, though, of great rotations, like if Yankee fans ever want to get to that stage of we're comping this rotation to a famous baseball rotation, and I'll take the guys out from the 60s. Like, I know that a lot of 60 and 70-year-olds in our audience would appreciate that, but I'll try to make it more recent. I'm not going to include the Dodgers of the 60s. I'm not going to include the Orioles of the late 60s and 70s, though I just did by mentioning them. The benchmark to me, 95 Braves, and even though it's only two guys, the 0-1 Diamondbacks.
I know. I avoid, first of all, that's obviously painful for us.
I
Evan.
understand. I respect that.
But I avoid it because when Garrett Cole comes back, the Yankees will have that unique situation where it's not going to be crazy to say they have three aces.
So it's not just two guys. It was
Right.
Johnson and Schilling.
Exactly.
And that was it.
Which is why I go to the Braves with Smoltz, Maddox, and Glavine, of course.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the rest of that Diamondback rotation. The only one I can remember from it is Miguel Batista. Do you remember Miguel Batista?
Wow.
He was a poet.
A poet?
Yeah, Tiki would have
An
loved this guy.
actual poet?
Dude, if you were into baseball, you would have freaking loved this guy. He was a pitcher. He was okay, and he was a poet. He used to write poetry.
Did he really?
He was the Tiki Barber of Diamondback pitchers.
Interesting. I'm not a poet, though.
Yeah, but you appreciate...
just don't know it.
I appreciate the intellectualness.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Tiki ruined me yesterday. So I mentioned that I needed to kind of kill time. So I went to see a movie by myself, which I haven't done in a very long time. And I saw the movie Project Hail Mary.
Yes, that's the one about the aliens.
Well,
or whatever. It's I know what you mean.
I mean, I'm not going to give anything away. I'll tell you what it's about. Apparently it's the hottest movie in the country.
Yeah,
like
it
it's
grossed
done
an immense amount last week at the box office.
I didn't even realize that. It's grossed an immense amount of money. It's getting really good reviews. I didn't know that till after I saw the movie. But basically, the sun is dying. There are things that are affecting the sun, and this Ryan Gosling guy is this disgraced scientist who they bring into the project to try to figure it out. And he ends up going on a mission where everyone dies, and he meets an alien. And the alien and him have to learn how to communicate.
True story?
And then, true story, Mikey. And they've got to learn how to work together.
Right.
And so
they're working together to fix the sun.
To fix the sun, correct.
Okay.
Or to find out why this one star isn't being affected by the things that's impacting their sun and our sun. But what I could not get over, and it ruined the whole movie, is I had Tiki's voice in my head saying, you know this is unrealistic, Evan. You know that alien would never look like this.
They could never travel that fast unless they have a wormhole that bends space and time. They could never get there. So, yeah, no, I'm sorry, Evan. I ruined it for you.
You really did.
How did they fix the sun?
No. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
I mean, there's only one way to fix a sun that's dying.
Here we go.
What?
You have to inject massive amounts of hydrogen.
No, well, so there were...
Wow, you had an answer for that.
There was... If you want me to get into the science,
that's what suns are. That's what they are.
No, but the sun wasn't dying for like no reason. There were micro things that came from another solar system that were inadvertently affecting the sun.
So it was stopping fusion.
Yes.
Got it.
And so they needed to figure it out. But there's a swerve in the movie. There's like a few swerves in the movie that I'm just going to say, I thought it was really good stuff.
Okay.
Very powerful.
What candy did you have there?
Didn't have a candy.
No candy?
No candy. I'll tell
Did
you
you
why.
have popcorn?
You liar.
Did you have a soda?
I swear on anything, I had nothing. Zero, and I'll tell you why.
Dude, they lost money on you then.
They did, but here's the reason. It was a 3 o'clock movie. I walked in at 3:15. I still didn't miss anything because of the coming attractions,
Right.
but I didn't feel comfortable risking waiting online to possibly miss the beginning of the movie.
You didn't sneak a box of Juji fruits in there?
Nothing. Nothing. Nope. Didn't do anything.
Wow.
I'm calling that place for the cameras. I don't believe me. Lying out of
I
teeth.
swear on whatever you want me to swear on. Nothing. All right, let's get to this guy because this is actually a real controversy going on. Huey in St. Louis, Missouri. What's up, Huey?
Hey, guys. How are you?
All's good, man. What's
Good,
happening?
man.
Yeah. So I was at the games here Monday, Tuesday, but I get to hear Gary live on the broadcast. So Gary made a comment the other day about St. Louis, and the quote was, remember the old neutron bomb? They couldn't knock down buildings, but would just eliminate all the people. That's what it feels like downtown St. Louis.
Yes, that's what he said. And I think specifically, Huey, he was referring to this statue that no one was around when they were showing the B-roll of it on the broadcast. Like there was nobody there. And so Gary was kind of making a joke. Yeah, there's no one ever around that. And then he makes the neutron bomb comment.
I think it was more related to downtown St. Louis in general, Evan. So people don't go downtown. I live out in the county. And again, I'm from New York originally, but out here since '83. You know, I've called you for years. You know, diehard Mets, Giants, Knicks, the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, and I've got a pretty impartial view on this. But downtown St. Louis is one of the most unsafe places you could be. When we do meetings down there, we tell people don't walk around at night. It's that bad. So what Gary said was not untrue. It's just, and he is getting blasted left and right.
Yeah,
here.
so this is a huge issue in St. Louis. I heard a woman. I did not pull the audio. I apologize. I didn't think it was worth bringing up, but he did bring it up, so I'll at least explain it to people. There's a woman in St. Louis. I think she does a political talk show who played the audio, was very offended by it, and the way she responded is, we wouldn't, during a Met Cardinal game, talk about all the communism in New York City, all the homelessness in New York City, all the violence in New York City. And so as over the top as she was, and Huey kind of confirmed it, people took Gary's comments as a political comment on the city of St. Louis. I don't think that's what he meant. I think he was just referring to that monument that they were showing and how no one was around it. I didn't take it as a New Yorker as no one goes downtown in St. Louis. So I think the people of St. Louis took it very personal. I don't think that's what Gary meant, and it's created like kind of a war of words between St. Louis and us.
Well, I mean, and Gary probably shouldn't respond to this because it's he can't fix it.
Yeah.
No matter what he says, it's going to make it worse.
Just let it go.
They're taking offense in St. Louis because it feels to them like he's telling the truth.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Right.
And I don't think he meant that.
Don't bring to light our issue because we know our issue, but we don't need you to say it.
Right. And that's why she went nuclear by saying, we don't bring up your communism. Which is what a retort that is.
Like, what, is it 1980?
We don't bring up the communism your city
McCarthy's
has.
been dead for a lot lot of years, lady.
Well, I think she's referring to Mamdani. I think she thinks he's a communist. So I think that's where that came from. If I have to, so it's not an issue here because we don't care.
I know what you're saying, but people don't refer to Mamdani as a communist. It's just an extreme leftist.
Right.
There's a difference. Like when I hear communism, I think about a bygone era of the Cold War.
Yes.
Cold War. I'm not thinking about modern New York politics.
No, I understand.
Even though people like to throw those words out there, like the Gen Zs understand what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, and they don't.
By the way, if I'm Gary, I double down and say St. Louis not only sucks, but your team suck too.
And you lost your football team.
Right.
Yeah, you don't even have a football team, you losers. And by the way, you lost a football team not once, but twice.
Right.
That's true.
And they left you and then went and won a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Bunch of losers. Let's go to Dave in Staten Island. Hey, Dave.
How are you guys? Good morning.
All's good. What's up?
What's up?
Listen, I have a question. Which one of you is just a big Yankee fan? Because I have a trivia question for you. That's
Sean.
not a lot of... Yes.
Here we go. Put me on trial. What do you got?
Okay. What franchise were the New York Yankees originally?
The Highlanders?
That's an easy one. No, I got it from here, Dave. I got it from here. No, it's not the Highlanders.
It's not the Highlanders?
No.
Okay.
This is a slam dunk, but it's also a dopey question, and it's not important.
All
but
right.
you know what? Let's continue to make you sweat.
All right.
They didn't play in New York in their first year in the American League.
Okay.
And I'll give you this hint.
Baltimore?
Nailed it. Baltimore Orioles. They
Thank
were
you.
the second of 3 installments of the Baltimore Orioles. There was a National League Baltimore Oriole team in the 1890s that got folded. And then when Ban Johnson started the American League, there was no team in New York. It was the Baltimore Orioles. And then they relocated them to New York. You're right. They were the Highlanders for a decade and a half. And then the newspapermen, as they called them back then, started nicknaming the Yanks, the Yankees. And they became the New York Yankees.
Oh, very
How about
cool.
that?
True story, Mikey.
Well, thankfully, we needed that an hour and 15 minutes before the Yankee game starts.
You should have known that, Sean.
I got Baltimore, though.
Well, eventually you did. But
Eventually, it was all within a minute and a half, Evan.
You got put on the spot.
Yeah.
All right, you want to redeem yourself?
What do you got?
All right. Who has the most home runs in the history of the New York Yankees?
In the history of the New York Yankees? Is it not Babe Ruth? Is this a trick question?
Hold on a second. I have to look it up now.
Is it Babe Ruth?
I'm pretty sure it's Babe Ruth.
But the way you asked it, I'm like, wait a minute. Does Babe have... No, because Babe was a pitcher mostly with Boston, right?
But he was a hitter with New York.
Most of his home runs came with the New York Yankees. The answer is Babe Ruth.
All right.
I was just trying to get you off.
It was so obvious, but then I'm like, wait a minute.
No, when you hesitated, I was like, wait a second. How many did A-Rod?
You know, yeah, that's exactly what I thought, too. I'm like, A-Rod?
No. The answer is Babe Ruth. See? Sean knows everything. He's all over it. Let's go to Joe in Queens. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Tiki, what's up? We spoke yesterday.
Yep.
And 5 a.m. cannot come fast enough, Evan.
I know.
For Joe B.
Joe B is going to lose his mind tomorrow over the state of the Mets, no doubt.
They better win.
Tiki,
I know.
Tiki, now there is one game in between, my friend. This team, there's no cohesiveness.
David Stern just took a bunch of stuff, threw it in a pot that made financial sense, and he thinks it's going to work. I don't think it's going to work. Thanks,
well,
guys.
I mean, the challenge, appreciate your call, Joe. I think the challenge for Stearns is that he's preached this new methodology about run prevention, and you got to change over this roster because the core just wasn't getting it done, and you bring in all these new pieces, and at the time the fan base didn't get it, they didn't buy it, and now it's not working, and so it's almost I told you so, right? The fan base is saying that I told you this wasn't going to work.
I told you
this
so.
is an I told you so moment until they start playing good baseball. Again, 7 games in, so who cares? But it's a big deal because you thought this was going to feel different, and it doesn't.
So the New York Yankees and the New York Mets had similar off seasons, even if though they were the complete opposite.
Yeah.
And I'll explain why. Coming into the year, or at least leaving the off season, there were Met fans very unhappy about the decisions they made around the core, and Yankee fans very unhappy that they ran it back.
Right.
And because of that, you don't have a lot of time before your fans that didn't love the offseason start to say, I told you so.
Yeah.
And so if the Yankees got off to a bad start, and they haven't, they're 5-1, and their pitching looks amazing, and all is right with the world. But if they had gotten off to a 1-5 start, the same rhetoric would have happened, which is, I told you we should have fired Boone. How do you run it back? And that's because most fans weren't thrilled with run it back. Most Met fans weren't thrilled with the decisions to let certain core pieces go away. And so let's be realistic for 1 second. I know that's tough. We are 7 games into a baseball season. 7 games.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I'm happy. That doesn't mean it's a no biggie. That doesn't mean I'm excusing things away. But before we make judgments on either run it back or blow up the core, don't you think we need a bigger sample size
100%.
than 7 and 6 games, respectively?
You need at least a month, probably 2 months, before you can really determine what this team is going to be and what they're going to look like, what's the rotation, the bullpen, all those pieces that we talk about. A lot of them are new. What they're going to be. But when it starts, when it feels like this poorly, because they've won 3 games, but they've really only hit in 1 of those, right? And it doesn't feel like there's a path towards great. It feels like there's a path towards very average, and that's hard to swallow for the Met fan.
7 games and 6 games into the year, things can change on a dime.
This drive around the league with Tiki Barber is sponsored by Amazon Hub Delivery. Visit Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. Kirk Cousins might be one of the great marvels of the last 10 years in the National Football League. Had success with the Washington Commanders. Then he had somewhat success with the Minnesota Vikings. He faltered a little bit with the Atlanta Falcons, but now with the Las Vegas Raiders joining his good buddy, former quarterback coach and former offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak in his rookie season, he's being tasked to not only win right now, but also provide the great leadership that young quarterbacks need. They are likely going to draft Fernando Mendoza in the first round, and Kirk Cousins, while not being tasked to be the winner that he's been in previous stops, he is going to be tasked to be an important mentor for what could be one of the league's franchise's best players. This drive around the league is sponsored by Amazon Hub Delivery. Visit Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
We got a lot more coming up from Yankee Stadium, including your phone calls at 888-808-1019. Plus, we'll check in on today's home opener lineup in just a few minutes. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. HSS is ranked the #1 orthopedics for 16 years in a row, according to U.S. News and World Report. When you choose HSS, you're receiving the best orthopedic care you can get. From diagnosis and treatment to physical therapy and recovery, HSS physicians care for over 30 professional sports teams, colleges, and organizations. So whether you're a pro athlete or a weekend warrior, when it comes to orthopedics, choose HSS. With locations across the tri-state area, choose better. Move better. Learn more at hss.edu.
And this Odyssey Sports Minute is brought to you by the New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic Safety.
This is is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
UConn head coach Danny Hurley with a great quote ahead of the Final Four, saying that UConn plays for rings, not watches. Every team that plays in the Final Four gets a ceremonial watch. He wants to get a ring, which would be his third in 4 years. The problem, though, for Danny Hurley and UConn is that Illinois is a better team. I think Illinois is absolutely loaded, and I think Illinois sends UConn home tomorrow in Indy. I'm Nick Costos.
America, look around. Everywhere you go, prices are still high. Rates have been whipsawing markets, and the debt and spending don't exactly scream stability. If your retirement is mostly stocks and bonds, you may be taking a risk, more risk than you think. And when you're near retirement, a sharp drawdown at the wrong time can do real damage. Experts say diversifying with intention is the #1 secret account that all Americans' smart money uses to hedge against instability. Its precious metals, silver, and gold is having a spectacular bull run. Would it not make sense to get in before the rocket takes off? Monetary Gold have been around since 2000, witnessing multiple economic setbacks. They have the experience to help tailor your portfolio to your needs. If you call now, they will cover up to a lifetime of your IRA fees on qualified accounts. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional. That's 877-NOW-GOLD.
There is something special about sharing a pint of Guinness as you cheer on your team, surrounded by your people. So raise your glass, say sláinte, and take that first sip. It's a lovely day for Guinness. Guinness Draft Stout, Diageo Beer Company, USA, New York, New York. Please drink responsibly.
I need a little ranch, step to the ranch, come on, meet me at the
Introducing the new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club sandwich. With that juicy Chick-fil-A chicken on a buttermilk ranch bun, jalapeno ranch sauce, and pickled jalapenos, it's a little ranch with a lot of kick. The new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club with original spicy or grilled filet. Available for a limited time only. Order ahead on the Chick-fil-A app.
Ready to celebrate? Hop into Easter festivities with everything you need at Target. First, get ready for your special occasion with 25% off stylish looks. With spring vibes, vibrant colors, and fresh florals, you'll find outfits that match everyone's style. Then, fill up their baskets with endless joy. From select Easter plushies to fun toys they'll love at 20% off. Don't miss out. Make this Easter unforgettable at Target.
Who sells Continental tires for less than Town Fair Tire? Nobody. Who has a better selection of Continental tires than Town Fair Tire? Nobody. And who gives you more free services for the life of those Continental tires? Nobody. Town Fair Tire has over 100 locations and over 600,000 tires in stock, all at the guaranteed lowest price. And that's why we say nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Hey fans, come out to Yankee Stadium on Friday, April 17th when the Yankees host the Royals, and be ready to receive a Yankees promotional giveaway that has become a fan favorite. It's Yankees Hockey Jersey Night, presented by StubHub. The first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a Yankees hockey jersey. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com/tickets. Again, don't miss the Yankees and Royals for Yankees Hockey Jersey Night, presented by StubHub on Friday, April 17th. Visit Yankees.com/tickets today.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Looking for a great deal to stay connected? Now, for a limited time, new Verizon mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more and switch. For new Fios, internet, and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
For all station contest rules, go to WFAN.com/rules.
HL Gross Jewelers of Garden City is Long Island's premier engagement and wedding ring destination. Visit HL Gross today or online at hlgross.com.
Hey, Boomer Esiason here. You know, after years in the game, I don't guess. I go with what works. Red Pocket Mobile gives you 3 major 5G networks to choose from. Switching cities? Switch your network. That's like calling your own Audible. Visit redpocket.com to see why more Americans are switching to better wireless without paying more. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier. All new Dunkin' Zero, only 20 calories, 0 sugar, the all new revitalizing energy drink made with B vitamins, so you can actually feel good about it. Struggling to make it through the afternoon, wishing every meeting was an email? Sounds like it's time for Dunkin' Zero. It's the perfect pick-me-up without the spiral, and it comes in 6 delicious flavors like Suncest and Glamberry. Dunkin' Zero, only at Dunkin'. Dunkin' Zero drinks contain caffeine from caffeine and guarana. Beverages are fruit-flavored, contain 0% fruit juice. Participation may vary, limited time offer.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire, nobody.
We love talking about the Knicks and Nets on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
We approach noon on this Yankee home opener day. Evan and Tiki until the pregame show coming up at 12:55. And joining us right now, a man you will hear on the television side in about an hour and a half. Legendary pitcher, beloved by Yankee fans and Met fans alike. And plus, when he throws in jokes during the broadcast that we can cut and analyze the next day, we love it. The great David Cohn. David, good to talk to you.
What's up, fellas? How's it going?
Happy opening day. What did this day mean to you with the Yankees and the Mets, the experience of that home opener?
It just has that big game feel, you know, and that you only get once in a while, right? It's not a regular season game. This is sort of the holiday, the national holiday. So you feel that as players, you get pumped up. You know the crowd's into it, and Tiki, you know this. The crowds dictate whether it's a big game or not. Right, not the players. They let you know.
Right.
And today, the crowd's going to let them know.
Now the Yankees have gotten off to a very good start, 5-1, and it's really been the pitching that's been dominant. And it's hard not to get excited about what's in the future for this team, because Garrett Cole hasn't pitched, Rodon hasn't pitched, but Cam Schlittler has been amazing. Obviously, Max Fried is Max Fried. He's always been that, but that's not the revelation. The revelation has been Cam is better than what we thought he was going to be from last year.
Yeah, he's taken another step. He really has, and he was great last year.
Right.
He came on the scene, kind of blew people away with his high velocity and that Boston game in the postseason, but he's better now. His refinement on his pitches are better. You know, the sinker and the cutter off of that high-octane four-seamer has just been devastating. I mean, he had 70 pitches in the 7th inning the other night, predominantly just throwing fastballs. So
Right.
that's just remarkable, kind of old school, remarkable.
Yeah.
He's got like that toughness, too.
I was going to say, he's got an attitude.
He does. He's got some swag out there. He's confident. He knows what he's doing. He's a big guy on the mound. He controls his body very well. And he's filling up the strike zone. That's the one thing we thought was, is he going to throw enough strikes? His walk rate was a little above average last year. He didn't walk a guy the other night. He's just filling up the zone.
It's incredible. Today's window seat is brought to you by Windorama. Save up to 30% on new windows and doors. David Cohn with us in the window seat as we preview the Yankees' home opener as they take on the Miami Marlins. The guy pitching today, Will Warren, is sort of under the radar. He had like a nice year last year. He obviously gets the nod here in the home opener. What have you seen from Will last year and even in his first start that either excites you or concerns you about him?
His velocity's up. He's moved. His mechanics are better. He's moved on the rubber to the third base side, and that suits him well. It seems to have freed up his delivery, where he's added 1 or 2 miles an hour on his overall velo. I think the key with Warren is his secondary pitches in command. He's got great break on his sweeper, and his slider breaks a ton, but it's the command that needs to take the next step. Can he throw it for strikes? Can he just miss with it? And then his changeup to lefties. That's the real key for Warren moving forward. But he's unbelievably durable. He's, with the type of innings that he threw last year as a rookie pitcher, that's valuable. Durability and posting up and not getting injured is a real skill trait.
No doubt.
And he's got it now. He has that.
I got a question I want to ask you about Aaron Judge and obviously Giancarlo Stanton as the guys who are the leaders of this team and what we heard from a couple of days ago with him having this team meeting. But you just said something about Will Warren moving around the mound. I was at a game with Evan last year. We were watching, who was it?
Who was it?
Clay Holmes.
Yeah,
we're watching Clay Holmes.
Former Yankee,
obviously transitioning into a starter a year ago. And I noticed him moving around the mound. Like first two pitches, he'd be on the left side of the mound, the first base side. Then he's on the third base side. I'm like, why is he doing that? Is it the count? Like, what do you gain from moving on the mound? Because I don't think I've ever noticed it until I noticed it.
Yes, once you notice it, you can't not notice it.
Exactly right.
The key is angles. If you're a right-handed pitcher facing a right-handed batter, if you're on the third base side of the rubber, it gives you a little more angle for your breaking ball. You can start it at the hitter and kind of get him to flinch.
Got it.
And gives you a better angle. Now, if you're moving to this side, then it's the other way. You're facing the left-handed batter, and as a right-handed pitcher, you're trying to fade it away from him, create angles that give you more movement to fade it away. So it's really about angles of attack and that little flinch that you're trying to get a hitter to kind of hesitate for a second.
It's only like how big? It's like a foot and a half. Like how
not
much?
even. Yeah, but I mean, it really does impact. It's really about your release point, the window you release from. If you're all the way over on the right side of the rubber, then you're closer to the third base dugout. And vice versa. If you're on the first base side of the rubber, it's about the window it comes out and what the hitter sees.
Now I know.
There you go.
I feel informed. I learned something today.
We're talking to the great David Cohn. I'm very open-minded about this. I didn't know what to expect. What do you think of the ABS Challenge system a week into the season?
I'm a fan. I think it's a great equalizer. Now, does it have issues? Is there going to be growing pains? Do you feel for the umpires a little bit, a lot of pressure?
No.
Yeah, I mean, the umpires, right?
No, we don't.
That's probably the least of everybody's worries.
I know you don't.
Well, I respect them.
Yeah,
I
of
think
course.
in the long run, we're going to appreciate how tough their job is. Because if you miss a pitch by a quarter of an inch, come on, who's going to see that? Nobody's that good to be able to see it. I think it takes all of the whining, the bench jockeying out of the game. It's put up or shut up. You don't have to bark at the umpire for 7 innings. You hear from the dugout. My whole career, I was barking from the dugout at umpires. That's gone.
Yeah.
And I like that. I think it's great. It's sort of like, hey, you want to challenge. If not, shut up.
Right.
Don't be chirping on the bench.
The
as much.
Yankees have been particularly good at it. I think they've only missed 2 so far this season, and so. Was that something? I mean, I know they worked on it in spring training. We saw it. It was often. It was like every other pitch they were a challenge.
Yeah.
How did they get so good at it? Was there a specific focus on this? They're good. They're really good at it.
That's what we're finding out, right?
Yeah.
We're finding out right now who's really good at it. You focus on the catchers first.
Mm-hmm.
Austin Wells has been really good at it. It's another skill set for catchers to use. I mean, there's an art to it, and certainly the catchers are going to be the predominantly the ones that are going to get the most calls. But there's hitters and pitchers are probably the last that you want to try to challenge unless you're really good.
Yeah, because there's an ego there, right?
I was going to ask you, if you were still pitching and this was instituted, would you have been like, no, I want a challenge. I know what a strike and a ball is.
Well, that's what I love about this system, because everybody thinks that. And then when you're wrong 3 or 4 times in a row, you get humiliated.
Right.
You get shown, hey, you're not as good as you think you are. And that's what I love about the system, because every hitter thinks they know the strike zone, and I'm getting screwed over, and every pitcher thinks every pitch is a strike. Now we have the great equalizer. Okay, you think you know? Show it. And if you don't, then you got to just shut up.
Yeah, baseball is a long grind. We always talk about the 162, and sometimes these series or games feel less important. But we heard a couple of days ago that Giancarlo Stanton and Aaron Judge and Paul Goldschmidt sat up in front of the team and basically implored them, we have to focus on every game. And it goes back to, obviously, the tie with Toronto a year ago. They lost home field advantage. It feels like there's an added urgency coming from the clubhouse. Do you feel that when you are around and talk to these guys?
I definitely feel that. I feel like they've got a chip on their shoulder. They lost to the Dodgers a couple of years ago. The Blue Jays knocked them out last year. One game could have got them the division title, and maybe got home field advantage, would have made the difference. They understand that. And then they got a lot of criticism for running it back. Cashman, the whole organization, to me, has a chip on their shoulder, something to prove, and that's healthy for a team to have that little edge in the clubhouse. I sense it. They know each other very well. They're close. They're motivating each other. They have great leadership. In 1996, we had a great bench. We had Strawberry. We had Tim Raines. We had Homer Bush, a young guy that could run the bases. This team's got, hey, wait a minute, Goldschmidt.
Right.
Let's think about this a little bit. Let's start looking at that bench. Ahmad Rosario. They got some veteran guys that fit in just perfectly. Kind of reminds me of that 96 team a little bit. That, that had something to prove, too, because we got beat in the playoffs in 95. So we showed up in 96 and, a little bit of an edge.
Right. Now the guy's not hitting consistently, even though he's hit a couple of home runs, is Aaron Judge. We're not worried about this. But from the first 6 games or 7 games of the season, what have you seen with his approach? Why is he struggling a little bit? And obviously it's a long season. It's going to work itself out. He's going to be great, obviously, as always. But what have you seen so far?
Similar to last year. Slow start last year as well. And what I've seen is him just missing fastballs. He's getting some good pitches to hit that are up out over the plate, and he's right on them and just fouling them back.
Right.
And to me, that's just a click late. And then on the off-speed stuff, he's a click out in front and kind of rolling over. So that's a timing issue. And once he gets that squared away, then he goes on a run.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm seeing him just a little click off right now, missing pitches that he usually drills. It's just a matter of time, before he's going to start squaring those up.
We're talking to David Cohn, Yankees, Marlins, home opener coming up in about an hour and change. What concerns you the most about this Yankee team?
Well, to me, it's really the depth of the bullpen and the roles of the bullpen. Who's going to be your guys? Is it going to be Fernando Cruz as kind of your fireman who can get you swing and misses in jams? Is Duvall going to be your main eighth inning guy? Is he the guy with his new sinker, that somebody that's going to be relied upon and can be reliable? And certainly Bednar at the end is not your classic blow-away closer. He's a pitcher with 3 pitches, a curve, a splitter, and a fastball. He's got a lot of guts. I like him at the end, but maybe they need 1 or 2 more pieces in their bullpen before it's over. Does that come from the minor leagues? Does it come from a trade at the midseason point? I think that's probably the area of focus, is the depth of the bullpen.
How would you handle Anthony Volpe upon his potential return? He's obviously going to rehab a little bit. They have the option to option him back down to the minor leagues. Would you bring him up as soon as he's ready? Would you make him prove it in the minor leagues? Would you bring him up as a utility player? There's a lot of ways you can go. How would you handle Volpe?
Well, I think part of it is just him getting healthy and playing well and improving that he's ready, that everything's healthy and he's swinging the bat well. And, the metrics that they use, both strength testing and bat speed, they'll know if he's fully healthy or not. You can't fake it anymore. They test everything.
Yeah.
And so they'll have markers and they'll know if he's reached that threshold. And once he does, he's going to get another chance to play. It's a question of how long of a runway he's going to have, how well has Caballero played in his absence for this first month or 6 weeks. So there's a couple variables in play here, but eventually Anthony Volpe is going to get another chance to play, and we'll see what he does with it.
Yeah, we talked about him earlier, and it feels like he was given every opportunity to find success, but now he's going to have to earn it. Right, it's a challenge that I think every athlete at some point in their careers, whether it was when they were younger or once they made it to the league, whichever league they were in, at some point you have to earn it. I feel like that's the point where Anthony Volpe is right now, especially in the fan base's mindset, because they turned on him a little bit last year.
Yeah, no, it's tough. It's a tough place to play. His runway's shorter, let's put it that way, than it was in his first couple of years. He's going to have a longer runway. Let the kid play, but obviously now it's you're trying to win. Caballero can play everywhere. He'd be a great super utility guy, but. You know what? This mix is interesting, and who's going to be the future shortstop of the Yankees is really important. Also, in the minor leagues, George Lombard is a guy that's sort of lurking, and how's he playing too into the mix, and is he ready or not, or what does he look like as well?
I'm going to make you feel very old, but it's going to make me feel very old. Tiki feel very old. Everyone's going to feel old when I bring this up. 30 freaking years since the '96 championship. Wow, that's insane to me. When during that year, and you mentioned it's interesting, the chip on your shoulder, obviously there were changes. I get a brand new manager, which was pretty significant. But when in 96 did you say, oh, this is special? This is the kind of storybook year, and obviously it turned out to be. Was there a moment where it started to click in your mind that team was going to be special?
I can say this. I went down early in the year with an aneurysm and had arterial bypass surgery, and Dwight Gooden stepped into my rotation spot and promptly threw a no-hitter. When I'm in the hospital. I'm in the hospital recovering from surgery. I can't even get the game on TV at Columbia Press. I'm listening to it on the radio, and I started crying because I was so happy for Dwight Gooden. It was a complete full-circle moment for him and everything he'd been through in his career, actually throwing a no-hitter. And we all were with the Mets. We wanted to be the first guy to throw the no-hitter for the Mets, right? We all left, and we all did it for the Yankees.
Exactly.
Go figure.
Exactly.
But to answer
That's appropriate.
Answer your question, that was that night. I was like, oh, man, I'm down. Dwight steps in for me, filled in great for me while I was out, and then I came back and.
Well, speak of when you came back, because this is like fresh in my mind as soon as you mention that. So Doc pitches the no-hitter, amazing moment. You're out with the aneurysm. You come back, and you have a no-hitter.
Yes.
And then Joe Torre's like, no, I can't do this.
Yes.
We got to be careful with
Right.
him. And you got pulled with a no-hitter.
Yes.
How much did it piss you off?
Wow, I was stunned. I was just I couldn't process what was going on. Obviously with the injury, first game back. I didn't.
Did you protest? Did you want to protest?
Joe Torre was the best because he was so good. He came up to me, put his hands on my shoulder, told me what he was doing. He just walked away. He didn't give me a chance. And I was just stunned processing it. And so it was Joe Torre.
Yeah.
So he commanded that kind of respect. But the combination of Dwight Gooden and me that year kind of filled in for each other and picked each other up. And to me, that's when I thought, oh wow. This team's got the right mix.
Right. When will you know that about this team? If it should be this team, because look, they have the pitching to do it, which is one of the keys, obviously, as we know. But when do you know as a team? Like when do you start to feel you got something here?
I got an early sign on the road trip. Now it's the first week, right?
Right.
The early sign was the whole run it back team, the criticism. Goldschmidt hits a 3-run bomb.
That's true.
Right.
I'm like, this looks pretty good. A guy who could have played anywhere. He had several offers for more playing time. He chose to come back. He wants to be here, knowing that Ben Rice is going to fill up most of the playing time at first.
And then he comes off the bench and
boom.
throws
Oh,
one.
wait a minute. This is going to work.
Right.
And that was an early sign for me that they have depth. Rosario and Goldschmidt off the bench, 2 right-handed guys that can swing the bat. Looks pretty good early to me.
We're talking to David Cohn. As a non-athlete, I have no idea what this means to you at all, but I bring it up because it means a lot to me. Obviously, I was very young when you got traded to Toronto. As a Met fan, I was devastated. I didn't really like it, and they got 2 young players back, Ryan Thompson and Jeff Kent. Jeff Kent is going into the Hall of Fame. Does that, when it got announced that Kent was going in, does it affect you at all? Like, oh, yeah, I was traded for that guy, or is it just, whatever, it doesn't mean anything to me?
I was thinking the Mets won the trade if they just would have held on. Well, they actually won that trade.
Well, yeah, they didn't. And you won the trade. That's like the funniest thing. Like, the Blue Jays traded a future Hall of Famer. You won the World Series with the Blue Jays.
Right.
So they won the trade.
Yeah, they were great. I mean, Paul Beeston was the president back then. Cito Gaston, the manager. I love those guys. It was a fantastic place to play in 1992. The Sky Dome was full. They drew 4 million fans. It was just remarkable. It was Canada's first World Series. So it was a big deal. The whole country was behind that team.
No doubt. David, we appreciate it. Have
Thank
a great
you, David.
broadcast today. It's always great
to see
talking
you.
to you, man.
My pleasure, guys.
The great David Cohn joins us here on Evan and Tiki. We'll come right back. We got a lot more coming up here from Yankee Stadium. Actually, wait a second. Right now, joining us from David Cohn to David Bednar, the closer of the New York Yankees. David Bednar down in the locker room right now. David, Tiki Barber, Evan Roberts, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How are you guys?
Excellent. What's going through your mind? Because obviously you've experienced October now with the Yankees. Your first home opener at Yankee Stadium. What does it feel like for you going into this?
Just exciting. I think when I first got traded here, just playing here is just different, and I'm really looking forward to my first opening day for sure.
How have you felt so far this season, David? 3 save opportunities, 3 saves, and it's felt like you're doing the routine for yourself. But how have you felt each of these 3 opportunities you've had today or this season?
Felt good. I mean, ultimately, it's just about finding a way and getting it done, and just helping the team win any way I can.
How is, and I know you've done it plenty of times in your career, coming in for that 4-out save or 5-out save. We obviously saw you do it the other day. How is that for you as a closer, knowing you're sitting down, then you're coming back up? They gave you the insurance run on the Ben Rice home run, but as a closer, how is that adjustment when you're asked to get 4 or 5 outs to get a save?
I think it really just comes down to just slowing the game down and just taking it 1 out at a time, because you start thinking about that next inning, that next couple outs, that's whenever everything kind of starts to speed up. So I think just having the ability to just slow it down 1 out at a time and be able to get the job done.
Now, we know that this team has a lot of expectation. There's obviously a lot of talent on this team. We've been talking on our shows about the starting rotation and obviously the bats. but we were aware of a meeting that took place. Giancarlo Stanton and Paul Goldschmidt, and obviously the captain Aaron Judge. Well, tell us about that a little bit. What was the mood, the message? We know it was about focus, but from a player inside a clubhouse, how important is that, especially at the early stages of a season?
Yeah, no, I think it just speaks to how how close this group is, and everybody's pulling in the same direction. And when you have leaders like we do, it's a really special group, and it should make for an awesome season.
We're talking to David Bednar, closer of the New York Yankees. Just going back to last year when you were traded, obviously you're a Pittsburgh guy, so I'm sure like leaving there was some bittersweet kind of feel to it. What went through your mind when you were informed you're going from the Pirates to the New York Yankees?
Obviously, I think when you first come over here, it's like or get traded anywhere, it's like you're drinking water out of a fire hose. But I think just once I got here, once I got settled in, it's just kind of be able to dive in. And back to speaking about the clubhouse, the guys in this room made it so much easier of a transition, and just putting the pinstripes on and playing here and being in the Bronx is just such a special place. And getting a taste of the postseason last year, that's what it's all about. So just definitely looking forward to getting this thing going this year.
Now, David, I never had this opportunity to play anywhere else. Not that I ever wanted to. My entire career is with the Giants, and so I know what it was like to play in New York. But I don't have a way to relate it to someplace else. We always hear this cliche about how hard it is to play in New York. Do you feel that as a current player? Do you feel the media and the fan base and the expectation? Is it real what the idiom has become about playing in this city?
Yeah, no, I think you definitely feel it. I think you're definitely aware of it. But I think ultimately it comes down to it's a privilege to put on the pinstripes and play for the Yankees, and such an unbelievably storied franchise, and just the history. And you see some of the legends walking around, and it's just kind of you have to pinch yourself. It's trying not to be a fanboy about it, but. No, I think ultimately it's a privilege to put on the pinstripes and be a part of such an amazing organization, and top down, it's been great so far.
I assume you were a Pirate fan growing up, but I know that they were very bad for a very long time. Were you a Pirate fan, or was it another team you rooted for?
No, I grew up being a Pirate fan, Steelers, Penguins, whole nine.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So have you changed? How do you change your loyalty? I always say this, David. I can't be a fan. It's hard because I grew up a Redskins fan, but then I played for the rival in the Giants, and so my fandom just kind of got screwed. Is your fandom kind of that way?
It's definitely all the allegiances to the pinstripes now. Definitely kind of focused on this and getting the postseason World Series here.
Right, that's the right answer, David.
When obviously there is a chance you win the World Series, and there's a really good chance that if you win the World Series, you're the guy on the mound. You're the closer. Have you given thought at all to the reaction you will give when that final out is recorded, like throwing the glove in the air, slamming it to the ground, ripping your shirt off? Have you given thought to the "we won the World Series" reaction from you, David Bednar?
Honestly, no. I'm just going to let that whatever happens, happens.
Yeah. Only Evan would ask that after 7 games.
Well, I mean, he's the closer. He would be on the mound.
Of course.
David, enjoy it. It's only the first home opener can happen once, and you're about to experience it. We appreciate you giving us a few minutes. Good luck today, right, man?
Thank you, David.
Awesome.
Good luck.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Here he is, David Bednar, the closer of the New York Yankees. I want to thank Sean Morash, who has retrieved us this peanut butter and jelly and bacon burger.
Yes.
And while he was out there, he took a picture of a few fans that he's not happy with.
What do you mean?
There is a father and son walking through the 200 level, both in Juan Soto Mets jerseys.
No.
And online behind me, after I mumbled, I didn't realize was a Met fan in a Francisco Lindor jersey.
What are we doing?
Okay. What are we doing?
I understand the Mets don't play till tonight, so I'm a Met fan. I'm here. But I'll stand up for the YouTube audience. I'm not wearing any sports stuff. I'm wearing a winter jacket and a beautiful, hoodie sweatshirt underneath. I'm not walking into your building and saying, look at me, I'm a Met fan. So I respect the baseball fan who comes here.
Sure.
I got no problem with that.
No issue.
But Why are you? Why?
That's a troll.
Why do you do that?
That's you. That's your influence.
It's my influence.
That's the Met fan who's also a baseball fan who has tickets to a Yankee game and is going to troll, like you. That's you.
But I don't.
They listened to us and they wore their Met jersey because of you.
Yeah.
That's your fault.
The Soto one, too, though. The father and
That's
son.
why.
You're looking for a fight today.
Right. If it was Jeff McNeil, we wouldn't care.
And this is why when
Not
a
that he's
Yankee,
a Met anymore.
when a
but you know what I
Yankee
mean.
fan like me trolls the Mets on the radio, these are the guys that ignite it.
Yes.
Those are major 3 and 4 vibes you're bringing into our building,
Right.
by the way.
All right,
Don't even talk about it. It's you.
I'm not even going to mention it.
Are we doing this right now?
Here's what we're going to do.
We
Let's
gotta
talk
take
about
a bite,
this.
right?
Let's
Yeah.
talk about this.
You want to
thing.
eat this burger? What is it called again?
It's the peanut butter and bacon jelly
All right, here's
burger.
the size of it. I'm
Okay.
holding it up for the camera.
So Sean went and got us
Smells
3
great.
of these things.
I'm taking
Yeah.
a bite.
Oh my
God.
Lord. You didn't even show this thing, bro.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Oh my God.
It's 2 patties.
This is
the
massive.
cheese. It's got the bacon jam in it. It is in section 230.
Holy
Something
crap.
like that. It's really good.
It's really good.
They had a little issue to start with the Wi-Fi and getting the cards. Now it's going. It's got a little bit of a line, and
All
it
right.
is new, I was told.
This is brand new. All right, let's take a bite of this thing.
Damn, it's good.
Evan already scarfed it down. Is there bacon on this?
There's peanut. I tasted the peanut butter and the
I know.
jelly.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God, Tiki's going deep throat on this one. Holy mackerel!
Damn, that's delicious.
I didn't realize your mouth could eat that much.
Dude, the peanut butter texture inside of it is so good.
Oh, I am satisfied.
It is one of those things that sounds disgusting. It's not. Right? The peanut butter blends into the meat of the burger. It's unbelievable. It's like a smooth creaminess.
And by the
to
way,
it.
the best part about this kind of
And
food
it's got pickles too. Oh man.
the best part about this kind of food review is if you got that for free, there's an obligation to be nice.
Right,
You
no,
paid for it. Tiki paid for it.
In fact,
So-
I was annoyed at how long I had to wait based on the credit card, so I was
No,
ready to bash it, but it's not.
So
I should have given you cash, but my bad.
you're
No,
really,
they don't take
they
it.
don't take it. Yeah, I was gonna say they
Cash
don't take cash. All right, here's what we're gonna do. All right, I'm gonna take care of some business, but I want to do idiots with idioms right now for those that want to hear it. So before we get to that, let me just tell you, HSS is ranked number 1 in orthopedics for 16 years in a row, according to U.S. News and World Report. When you choose HSS, you're receiving the best orthopedic care you can get with locations across the tri-state area. HSS provides specialized care for the hips, knees, back, neck, and beyond, including everyday joint pain, fractures, spine care, and more. Most major insurance plans accepted. Choose better, move better. Appointments available at hss.edu. Ladies and gentlemen, idiots with idioms.
Hey, you know what time it is? It's idiots with idioms. Idiots with idioms. Idiots with idioms. Idiots with idioms. Laugh till you split your sides. Idiots with idioms.
Because here's this incredibly talented guy that was in the Chicago White Sox penitentiary. Go F yourself. Whenever you're like, oh, damn, what's that? You don't have to take Kazam out on your phone.
I'm the man that could grant your wishes.
To be fair, we're all a fan of anal, right?
Mm-hmm. He's a thick man.
And I'm sitting there going, you got to be killing me, right? Kidding me, right?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I'm not going to lose a nipple over.
Why don't you lose a nipple?
I was just a saying. I'm not going to
I've
lose
never
it.
heard that saying before.
It's Italian.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
As the Yankees put foot to ass in San Francisco and come away with a sweep.
I'm wet. I'm dirty. The reason that kind of lasts the test of time.
What?
He's grinding his ass.
Yeah, he has to.
Sex. Like, we'll see that. Like, in the game, I think we're able to differentiate. Say
it again.
Nope.
Try it.
Differentiate.
Nope. Say it again.
Differentiate.
Nope. You're missing the R.
Differentiate.
Bang.
Differentiate.
No. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I think I got
ding,
it.
Ding, ding, ding,
ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, but I love the goo. You put goo
like
down
the
my
Cadbury
throat,
cream
I'm
egg?
your
Oh,
guy.
come on now.
Yeah.
I always think of
Pappy?
No, I think of Ray Liotta in the shower.
I swear, honey, it's 8 inches.
Specificity.
It's just nice to see Greg Beatty be involved again. Carson
keep doing
Bench
that
being
one.
involved.
They keep going, Greg
I know.
Beatty.
Brett Beatty. Brett Beatty. I don't know. I don't know why I feel like it's the Brady bunch.
Hello, Greg. Hi, Dad. Did you finish your plans?
The season isn't ending right after New Year's. It's not playing its penultimate game. Penultimate game on Christmas. Right.
And that's probably the main thing. You don't want to go to the buffet table hungry, right?
The meatloaf! We want it now!
Again, I'm here to take the bells and whistles and bows and arrows.
What do you?
Excuse me.
I can only control what I can control, and that is my brain, my mentality, and my overwhelming state of health mentally. Well-being was the word I was looking for. I got there eventually.
They don't know what the
they're doing. Do you understand that?
But I don't need to go to the moon. There's nothing on the moon. There's the moon. What is it?
Not so positive now, are you, Tommy?
Yeah, I actually can bring a bow on this conversation.
Right. Laugh till you split your sides. Idiots with idioms.
All right, we got more coming up from Yankee Stadium as Tiki scarfs down his burger.
So good. This thing is delicious. Stop dealing with your neck pain, backaches, and sciatica, and go see my 3 double board certified pain specialist friends at Samwell Pain Institute for Pain Management. They specialize in headaches, migraines, and nerve pain, and will get you back to feeling like yourself again with minimally invasive and non-surgical treatments. There are thousands of 5-star reviews who trust Samwell for pain-relieving solutions. Same-day appointments available with offices in Colonia, Livingston, and Englewood, New Jersey. Turn to Samwell Pain for effective pain-relieving solutions. Visit SamwellPain.com.
And this portion of the program is also sponsored by Rakatina Mercedes-Benz of Edison and also sponsored by JAG Physical Therapy. JAG Physical Therapy proudly announces their new location in Belleville. Located at 630 Washington Avenue, the new location provides a wide range of physical and occupational therapy services and is in network with most major insurances. Learn more or schedule an appointment at jagpt.com. And this Odyssey Sports Minute is brought to you by Monmouth University. Bigger thinking, more inspired, you amplified.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Lakers star Luka Doncic strained his hamstring in last night's blowout loss on the road in Oklahoma City, and if Luka's out for any extended period of time, the Lakers have no chance in the playoffs. But here's the truth. Even with Luka Doncic, the Lakers have no chance in the playoffs. Now, could they win a round if they play Houston? Absolutely. But there is no chance the Lakers can beat either the Spurs or the Thunder in the Western Conference. I'm Nick Costos.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Mercedes-Benz of Edison has done it again. Named the 2026 Mercedes-Benz Dealer of the Year by Cars.com in New Jersey and the entire U.S. Expect exceptional service, an unmatched selection, and a luxury experience you won't find anywhere else. Visit Mercedes-Benz of Edison or RakatinaEdison.com.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids. Rolaids' dual-active formula has calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. Yeah, you heard right. 2 actives for that powerful relief. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaid spells powerful relief. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I opened a restaurant and needed everything. Menus, signage, catering brochures.
Everything and then some.
I went to Staples. They printed it all and even suggested takeout menus.
One money pit with a side of fries.
But now at Staples, you get up to $125 off custom print orders.
$125 off. Now you're cooking. Brand your business in a big way at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in-store, online, or in the app by 4/18 to unlock. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Looking for a great deal to stay connected? Now, for a limited time, new Verizon mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more and switch. For new Fios, internet, and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
You an adult with uncontrolled moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms and still packing a backup bag of clothes. Just in case, Skyrizi Risankizumab Riza can help you take control of your Crohn's. Feel significant symptom relief, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements at 4 weeks. Plus, Skyrizi is proven to help people achieve remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Individual results may vary. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's. Ready to take control of your Crohn's? Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
Control is everything to me.
Learn more at skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Springfest is happening now at Lowe's. Keep the spotlight on your yard with Stay Green Premium 2 cubic foot mulch, 5 bags for $10. Plus, when you want more help indoors, get up to 40% off select major appliances that help you supercharge your chores. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid to 4/22 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
Are you ready? The Yankee home opener about an hour from now. You'll get the pregame show coming up in about 20 minutes. This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results. Chef IQ, the New York Yankees lineup today is the lineup that you should get used to. It's basically their everyday lineup. Trent Grisham in center, Aaron Judge in right, Cody Bellinger bats third and left, Ben Rice is at first base, Giancarlo Stanton is DHing, Jazz Chisholm at second, Austin Wells behind the plate, Jose Caballero at shortstop, and Ryan McMahon bats ninth. He's playing third base. Will Warren on the mound against Yuri Perez of the Miami Marlins, who are also off to a 5-1 start. But I remind you, not that it doesn't count. It all counts the same. The Marlins are 5-1. They've played the Rockies and the White Sox. I just want to point that out.
Okay.
By the way, what Tiki Barber did to that burger is illegal in many states. He destroyed it. He swallowed it whole. He left no doubt. I was able to eat part of it, but I could not handle the entire meat. Tiki handled all of it. Good job out of you.
Stop. You're going to get people excited.
Okay. Section 230, that's our free advertisement for if you want to get that burger that features peanut butter, jelly, bacon,
pickles.
In fact, when Sean was online, he said, one guy said, I'm only here because you guys talked about it.
Took a picture and we moved on.
Nice. So there you go. Anyhow, it's a very special lunch show from Yankee Stadium.
Sean Moraes in the booth, somebody hide the castle. Optics flying, phones ringing, Evans yelling, no! Tiki's laughing, chaos cracking, nobody's in control. It's Cinco de Roncho. Bam! Crunch! Let's go!
Let's go! Cinco de Luncho is brought to you by Helix Wireless, connecting everything everywhere. All right, Yankee Stadium is open again. So the top 5 best things about Yankee Stadium being open again. Let's go. Here we go.
Number 5.
Once those home runs start flying, haters complaining about the short porch again. I can't wait for that all year long.
That annoys me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both teams play with the same fences.
Everybody
That's
plays
right.
with the same fences. I think it's become overblown completely.
And left field is only a couple of feet longer than right field. So what are we talking about?
Yeah,
Exactly.
my own really complains about it a lot. Like Gary Cohen, who I love. I adore Gary Cohen. That is a go-to.
Yeah.
It's a short porch and right. Like, it's the ballpark. There's also a green monster in Fenway. Like,
Right.
It is what it is.
No doubt about it. All right, here we go.
Number 4.
No silly gimmicks. You get the baseball under the hat shuffle, a digital version of the subway race. With the Yankees, we stick to the basics here.
All right, I feel like that was a shot at the Mets for no reason, but okay.
Here we go.
Number 3.
How about, I'm going to put a guy over. How about the sounds of Paul Olden, the PA announcer? You know,
Right.
for an entire generation, it was nobody could replace Bob Shepard. We've arrived at 2026, and there's an entire generation that's only knows Paul Olden. And man, does he capture the moment. I love hearing his voice. Number 99.
Paul Olden, do not mention the New Jersey Devils with Jack Hughes. Do not.
I just ran into Paul. He said, no doubt. They're going to make the Devil cap.
You didn't run it.
No, I did not.
Paul Olden, by the way, New York Jets broadcaster. Did you know that?
PA?
No.
Radio.
He used to do
Oh,
play-by-play
radio.
a long time ago. In fact, the infamous Dan Marino fake spike play.
Right.
He's on the
I
call.
did not know that.
And I think the line is, the Jets were standing there on the side of the road. Or
Yeah.
however he phrased it, it was cunning and
Right.
accurate to describe the confusion from, of course, the infamous fake spike play.
All right, and here we go.
Number 2.
Roll call from the Bleacher Creatures. We've missed it. It's been a few months. Still one of the more unique things in Major League Baseball. I love it. Actually, I just saw Joe's McFly a little while ago. He's raring to go.
Oh, Joe's is here.
I saw him in the press box, and he started cracking up and said, don't mention you ever saw me here.
Joe's is in the press box?
He said he's going to leave by game time, but he was
That's
getting
a
so
very
I couldn't
sellout-y
believe
move
it was
by
very,
him.
very
But wait
funny.
a second. No.
Why is he up there?
Well, he's part of John Boy Media.
I
so
know
think-
that, but why is he? Isn't he always in?
He wanted the free food.
Oh.
He
well,
came up for the free food and left.
I don't know about that.
And
I
by the
think-
way, you're a bad guy because I feel bad, especially because it didn't register in my head. You said he told you not to say you saw him
it was
here.
in a joking manner.
Was it?
Nobody saw me up here. You know, that kind of deal.
Well, he was up here.
Yeah.
And
All right.
I don't know.
And last but not least,
Number 1.
I'm just going to tell you the number one was going to be Yankee pinstripes. We finally get to see in best uniform in baseball. But I think the number one thing about Yankee Stadium being open here is that they perfected the peanut butter jelly burger because I can't stop thinking about it. That was so good.
That was delicious.
And we have no obligation to say it was good. It was so good.
The best part.
It was better than it looked.
Oh, it was great.
Yes.
The best part of Yankees opening day or the home opener is, and I don't want to make you blush.
Okay.
I love going to games with Morash. He's a fun watch at a game.
Thank you.
Especially for a team he roots for. Remember I went out of my way to go to that giant Niner
Oh,
game?
that's right, yes.
Just so I could sit with him?
Right.
So
I remember everybody asking me about, hey, where's Evan? I heard he's going to be here. And I'm like, you see Carl Banks' retired number is right there.
That's my go-to. And I plan on doing it again. I had so much fun. And the last time I was in Yankee Stadium was the last time Yankee Stadium was open. Me and him were here for Game 4 when the Blue Jays knocked them out. It was, let's be honest, embarrassing, the bullpen game, the whole thing.
Open for baseball.
And I was with you. And I'm glad that it can be full circle. So I'm most excited to be sitting next to Sean Morash for a Yankee game that counts.
We've
You like
lived
that?
a lot. We even had the big 5-run, whatever that inning was, or the 5-0 lead. I've lost count. What are we calling
Oh,
it?
you're talking about the implosion in Game 5 of the World
My
Series?
point is,
why would you bring that up?
Because it wasn't just the end of last year. We've experienced a lot of these Yankee games in the
But
stadium.
wait, hold
together.
on. Tiki. That day, and I'm surprised that on such a festive day, you would bring up one of the darkest days in Yankee history.
Old wounds.
Okay, old wounds. We were fortunate enough to watch that game in the booth we're broadcasting in right now. Okay, they were kind enough, Spanish broadcast crew, to say, you guys can hang out, just don't make any noise.
Right.
And we didn't. We followed those rules. So we're sitting up here, and when Aaron Judge dropped the fly ball, I admit.
Did you leave?
No, but I also predicted it when they showed Fat Joe on the Jumbotron.
No, you did.
He did.
I did.
You predicted an Aaron Judge
No,
era.
I said the implosion's going to happen right now.
Got it.
And when Judge dropped the pop-up, I was being good cop to Sean. He's like, here we go. We're going to collapse. I'm like, no biggie.
Yeah.
We got it.
Don't worry about it.
No problem. Garrett Cole doesn't cover first base. No biggie. You still got it. And as this implosion is happening, I'm watching the death of a season in his eyes. And I'll never forget that memory. And I feel bad about it.
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
really.
is what it is. We
You
move
like
on.
you like to bring it up because it also makes you feel good.
He brought it up.
I brought it up because it doesn't matter. This year
Yeah.
they're erasing that with the World Series.
All right, fair enough.
You heard David Bednar. He feels it, too.
David Bednar seemed confident.
Yes.
Yeah.
Seemed calm. He didn't want to tell me what he was going to do when they win the World Series. You have to think about that. If you're a closer,
do you think about
yes,
that?
yes.
You practice it your whole life.
Absolutely.
I know, but do you think about it specifically in a Yankees uniform?
Well, now you
like
do.
as a kid, you probably do, or not a kid, but you know what I mean.
You certainly wasn't thinking of it in a pirate uniform.
You know you're on your way,
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
As a professional, you think about it, but not in a Yankees uniform.
Just keep
yet.
this in mind, though, Tiki. There is about a 75% chance that if the Yankees win the World Series, David Bednar is on the mound.
Of course.
He's the closer. So unless you walk it off,
Mm-hmm.
but even if you had a big lead, you'd probably still go to your closer because you're trying to win the World Series.
Right.
So there's a really good chance he gets to live in history forever.
That's interesting because he's the one person you can ask that question.
Yeah.
I guess a starting pitcher as well. Maybe Max Fried.
Well,
can you imagine pitching a complete game?
no, you can't. Not anymore.
No, it's true.
There's no
That's
chance.
a good point.
But think about all the Yankee titles, the recent titles. I can tell you, and I'm sure Sean can, exactly the reaction on the final out.
Yes.
Right. So 1996. You want to go?
I was sitting right on the couch. My father came over and hugged me. Said we may never see this again.
Pop up to third base. Charlie
Yep.
Hayes, John Wetland's got
Yep.
the arms in the air.
Oh, you mean their reaction?
the Yankees' reaction?
I thought my reaction.
No, how
Right.
it looked on the
What
field.
it looked-
Yes.
the visual.
The visual.
1998, ground ball to third base with
Scott
Scott Brocious.
Brocious.
I see Mariano jumping up and down.
99 was Chad Curtis.
1990. We're not supposed to mention his name
Oh,
anymore.
okay.
But excuse me.
He's
What?
just. We're not going to do
Google
that.
it.
Yeah, bad guy.
We just don't
Oh,
talk
right,
about
right,
it.
right,
Yeah, he's
right,
erased
right.
from Yankee history.
Oh, 2000's a good one too.
Shut up! I was going to skip that.
That was Piazza.
Yeah, I
flies
know.
out. Everybody thought it was
I know.
Connie's Met fans. They don't know a fly ball.
I understand. I understand.
The wind is blowing in.
2001.
It was the wind.
Luis Gonzalez bloops one into. Oh, I'm sorry. Should I not have said that?
They didn't win the World Series.
2003. Josh Beckett applies the tag on Jorge
Yeah,
Posada.
yeah.
And obviously 2009. You remember 2009?
Mariano.
Mariano was a ground ball.
Yes.
To
A-Rod.
Robinson Cano.
Damn it. I don't remember
So
that
you
one.
don't remember?
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I remember it, man.
You know why 2009 was the only one I was hammered for?
Were you really?
Yeah, man. You kidding me? They were about to win a World Series in my adulthood? Yes.
Oh, the other ones were in your
Childhood.
You're a kid, yeah.
You know what I can't get over about the Yankees World Series
That's
in
crazy to
09?
think about.
I know, it is nuts.
You're a child, and I was in the NFL.
Yeah.
That tells you something.
I was in 8th grade when you were in the Super Bowl, dude.
I know.
Now we're eating burgers together.
Bacon, peanut butter, and jelly burgers. What I can't get over about 2009 is that, and it feels like it's forgotten, maybe Yankee fans can slap me and say I'm wrong, Pedro Martinez started that game for the Phillies.
Who's your daddy?
Like, Pedro Martinez's career ended by losing the World Series to the Yankees as a Philly.
So bizarre.
Doesn't that feel like
Wait, that was his literal last game?
I'm pretty sure it was, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to fact check me on that?
I think you're right, but I will fact
I
check.
think his final moment in the major leagues was starting Game 6 of the World Series as a Philly, who you basically forget he was ever a Philly.
Yeah, I don't think I knew that.
And he gets beat up, and
Yeah.
the crowd's chanting, "Who's your daddy?" Matsui's going deep, and the Yankees win their last World Series.
You're right. That was the last time he appeared in a game.
Is that not unbelievable?
It's unbelievable. And you know what I respected about Pedro? After all those wars with the Yankees, Red Sox, it was as if he knew he sucked that year. Like, even the way he played into the "Who's your daddy" thing, he knew he was going out and getting shelled, but he
It's
played into
almost
it.
like he took pride in it.
Yeah.
Like, if there's a way to die, let it
Yeah.
be this way.
Exactly.
Like, you die on the battlefield, hero. Pedro's like, you know what? Put me out of my misery.
Exactly. That's the way it was. It's crazy to think about.
All right, let's take a few calls as we lead you right into the pregame show. This is really a question for Sean. Lori is calling from Ocean Township, New Jersey. What's up, Lori?
Hello, happy Easter or holidays. So my husband and I were hosting like a Easter thing today for 7 adults and 4 kids, and we've been debating all morning on how much pizza to get. Oops, sorry, there's one of the kids. But we have a Hawaiian pie. Oh, sorry. A Hawaiian pie, a plain, a pepperoni, and a half eggplant. Is that enough pizza?
So seven adults, 4 kids. How old are the kids?
2.5 to 2 and 5.
All right.
that's plenty.
Yeah, that's plenty. That's plenty. Yeah. A maximum is 3 slices per person. You're talking about 21 slices, which translates to 3 pies, plus the kids is a pie at best, 4 pies, and you're going to have plenty left over because not everybody's eating 3.
Right, the kids are going to have 2 bites.
100%. You've nailed it. You're going to have some left over. Put it in the freezer. It'll be good for a month.
That was unbelievable.
Yeah.
That was quite a breakdown you had right there.
Good job, I order enough pizza. I know.
I always struggle with that. But the rule of thumb I'll
Don't
give...
don't over-order for kids.
Yes, that's it.
Because they're not going to eat it.
Yeah, but my counter
Especially
is...
if they're with friends. Because they just want to bite and then go play.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but my attitude is if you over-order, you have leftovers. And leftover pizza is great.
Right.
It lasts 4 days, in my opinion. Possibly more if you really want to stretch it.
No, you could freeze it, man.
I think
I've
you
even
can.
thrown it on the grill in the summer or out of the freezer.
I've never
It's not
done that.
bad.
On the grill?
Freeze your pizza?
Yeah, dude. So if you have leftover pizza and you don't plan on eating it the next day or two, it will hold for like a month, month and a half in that freezer. So instead of buying frozen pizza, you pull it out, you re-put it in that oven, 5 minutes, you got a nice crispy
it's
pizza.
kind of probably what it actually is.
I'm telling you. I've done it. I got turned on to
So
it.
what's the longest you've ever waited before you ate pizza? Like a month?
Like a month.
Really?
And then I kind of just turn it out. I throw it out if
Wow.
anything's left. Yeah.
A full month?
Yeah.
That's damn impressive,
In the
man.
freezer, it'll hold. I'm telling you, it will.
So it's out of the freezer right on the grill, or do you
Or
thaw it?
or into the oven. No thawing.
Huh.
It'll thaw there, whatever. You leave it in 5 minutes, it gets
Wow.
crispier too. If you like a crispy undercarriage,
I
very
sort
good.
of forgot, and she nailed it, why today is so special. It is Good Friday. The kids are off from school.
Oh, it is Good
And
Friday.
so it is a is that a problem over here,
Just
Sean?
slam burgers on camera on Good Friday.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry. Jesus. Forgive me.
I don't think he really cares.
Yeah.
You think Jesus' biggest problem is Sean Morash had a burger on YouTube?
No, his biggest problem is what I'm going to be doing to Jack Hughes.
I mean, do you even follow things?
You're not going to do it.
What, boo Jack Hughes?
Yes.
So you think they're not mentioning the Devils? We're back
It
to this?
doesn't matter. I'm going to be sitting next to you.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to look at you.
Don't
And
scare me.
I'm going to make sure you don't do this.
Tiki, my biggest criticism I face from people is that I'm too scared of you and I only fight with Evan.
That, by the way, very accurate criticism.
If I don't do this today, that will only grow.
No, he's got to do it. In fact, look at me and Tiki as the kind of the bad guy and the good guy on your shoulder.
Yeah,
what
that's
is
the
that?
other-
The devil and
The devil and the angel. But
yeah,
also, you're
yeah.
making me feel like I shouldn't because you're too pushy on it.
Why? I'm
It almost feels like he's doing it to get you in trouble.
Like he knows
Right.
it's a bad
No,
idea.
no.
Do
I
it.
think you need to be
Do it.
true to who you are. Jack Hughes is throwing out the first pitch today.
Yeah.
He's an American hero, yay.
Sports
but he's
hero.
also a devil. He's a New Jersey devil. And you're a Ranger fan, and you've been very consistent about this. And I take issue with something that has been said about you, which is, that's just Sean being Sean. No, he's not saying it to get effect. It's his opinion. He's as consistent on this as anybody.
Yeah,
so
that's it.
you should be you. I'm a big believer in being yourself. Like, if you need to pick your tuchus while you're on YouTube, you pick your tuchus.
That's it. If you need to use your pocket to find your man area, you find your man area.
I never did that.
You did it right after picking the tuchus. Let's not bury that. That happened. It's like ignoring a Stanton homer because Judge just homered.
I
It happened.
never did
He
that.
did
yeah,
the
you
other
did.
day.
You did. You
Oh,
did.
you're confirming it too?
No, I'm just confirming you ignored a Stanton homer, right? Because it was right after Judge. Aaron Judge, the only 2 home runs of the season so far.
I did. That's
What are you
unrelated.
talking about? They hit back-to-back home runs.
I made that mistake when I
Yeah.
said yes. But that's a baseball mistake. He's saying I was grabbing,
Evan, you rolled the dice. That's all I'm going to say.
All right, let's make some opening day predictions.
Let's go.
I mentioned earlier in the show the last 2 times the Yankees went to the World Series, they lost their home opener in 2024 to Toronto and in 2009 to the then Cleveland Indians. Do the Yankees win today, Sean?
I think it's a very good Friday for the Yankees. They win 6-2 on 3 home runs. Judge, Stanton, and Ben Rice today.
Wow. How about you, T?
I don't get a feel for Will Warren yet. I don't know what to expect. I can hear in my mind's eye what Max Fried's going to do. I can kind of now start to see what Cam Schlittler's going to do. I don't know what Will Warren's going to be like. So I think it might get a little testy early, but I do think the Yankees win. I'm going to go 8-5.
Yeah, I'm in
8-5.
your range. Will Warren's going to struggle today. This is going to be like your first Yankee starting pitching performance that's not very good, but I think they're going to pound today. Yuri Perez is going to get chased early. I think the Yankees win this game by a final score of 11-6.
Wow.
11-6.
That's a lot of runs on
Yeah,
Good Friday.
high scoring game on a Good Friday, yeah.
Jeez, that's a lot of pitching changes. That's not getting out of here till 5:15.
Pepe, Apria, great job. Everyone from the Spanish broadcast team, thank you guys. It's always
Gracias.
appreciated when you invite us into your booth, or not that you invite us, you're like, all right, fine, guys, stick
Right.
around for a few
You
hours.
accept that we're going to sit here.
We appreciate it. Coming up next is Yankee pregame show. Then you get all the action of New York Yankee baseball. And we are...
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.